Greetings, everybody, and good morning. Welcome to the very first morning stream here on Franman Entertainment. I know you guys are like, what? A morning stream? What's the deal, Franman? You normally don't do this in the morning. You have work, right? Well, if you guys haven't seen the last stream, I happen to be off this whole week. So I get a little break, and I don't have to worry about going in at all this week till next Tuesday. So I figure as much time as I have, of course, balancing out between live streaming, content creation, and IRL stuff, and of course the process of moving, I'm going to do the best I can and make sure I deliver as many streams as I can this week before things go back to normal. And whenever I have to unfortunately take a week or two off, because when we actually get to the moving process, all this stuff has to be disconnected and all of it has to be packaged up, and then I have to put it back together, and that shit could take a while. Not to mention, I have to do this ahead of time because I have to maintenance my computer. It's my annual time to be able to clean it out, dust it out, and then I have to change the coolant on it as well. If you guys don't know, I have a liquid cooling PC that I custom did myself, and it's a pain in the ass to take care of. So, yeah, all that stuff. But other than that, chat, this is going to be a very interesting and fun stream. I normally don't do this, but seeing as a lot of people do this on YouTube, whether they're starting out or they've done it for a while, they like to see their favorite YouTubers react to certain things. And I'm the type that don't like to react because to me, it's kind of the easy way to make content. But as long as you make it transformative, comedic, and informative as well, giving actual criticisms or takes on the content that you're reacting to, and you acknowledge that person who makes the video or whatever it might be, then it's okay. But most people, I feel like they just go like this all day. Haha. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Like things like that kind of piss me off just a little bit. Now, I think everybody knows who Susie Lou is. She's one of those YouTubers where she watches anime and she sits there the whole time like this. The camera's recording her face. She doesn't have a cool background like me. She just has her office setting with her microphone and she just goes like this. While anime is being played on the bottom right. And it's like, you can't show that shit. Now I think they changed it to where they like show imagery, but she still has the audio, showing. And I just don't understand like why YouTube allows that shit. I don't think they allow it no more, but I remember years ago that happened because she used to do Let's Plays, and then all of a sudden she started doing something else because her content wasn't taking off. I mean, if your Let's Plays aren't informative and all you do is sit there and cry on the camera the whole time because you get really emotional with the games you play, which I understand that, but you get to a point where you're just like, okay, well, nobody wants to see you cry the whole time. So she gets the views off of that. But now she gets the views with basically watching other people's content, and specifically anime, and then makes money off of it. But that was just an example that I gave out. There's plenty of other people besides that particular person that I've mentioned that do these kind of things. And like I said, if you're doing it occasionally or if you do it regularly, but you have your own transformative and informative way of interpreting this content without necessarily just broadcasting it on your own channel and claiming it as yours or anything like that, it's a different story. But I feel like most people do it because it's the easy way to gain subscribers and all that stuff and views and a following. But to me, like, if that was the brand for Franman Entertainment, that would be really shameful because the whole point of calling the brand Franman Entertainment is to be able to make lots of awesome content for you guys that is original mostly. And that's my goal. And hopefully in the future, if this becomes big enough, we can all look back and how Franman Entertainment started, and then it ends up being a whole legacy. But other than that, this is going to be one of those videos. That's why the title's called Watching, Reacting, and Discussions. And, I'm normally not up at this time to watch directs. I usually get up at around 1 or 2 o'clock because I have to sleep during the day because of work. And then I look at the stuff and I'm like, man, I missed that reaction, It always sucks when you don't get something when it happens live. You end up getting it after the fact. But I understand people are busy on live. But whenever you get that moment, just that one time where you get to react to it, in real time, that's badass. You know what I mean? So I figured to have that one time moment, especially for a brand new system, which happens every 6 or 7 years, this is going to be something for the books. And I can't wait for this. But as you can see, I'm still going to be in the dimensions for quite a while, chat. The live stream doesn't start for another 25 minutes, so I figured I'd use this as like a little pre-stream session before the thing starts. Supposedly, Nintendo said it's going to take about an hour for the whole presentation, and that makes me pretty excited because today we'll be able to learn all the features, all the things that are included with this new system, and I am praying that Nintendo resolves everything that was not even instated in the Switch 1. But here's the thing I got. Nintendo, when it comes to, how they do things, most of the time they're badasses. But they do things too to also piss off loyal fans like me. Like, they just do those kind of things where you're just like, what the hell? But fans have come to the conclusion, well, it's a Nintendo thing, so what are you going to do? And it just pisses me off that it's like normalized that Nintendo does that. So for instance, when the Switch 1 came out, let's go back to 2017, the year I graduated, by the way. I was excited for this system. I mean, it came out 2 months before I graduated, and I was just mind blown that I got to have a system that I could take with me and play on the go, and then play that same console game while at the house. Now, obviously, back then in 2017, it was just great. But when you go back now, you realize, well, the hardware kind of sucks. But to be honest with you, Nintendo has always had underperforming systems. Their systems haven't been the most powerful. But even with their weak systems, they still managed to make wonderful video games. And I don't know how, but they just do. And when it came to the Switch, I think it was a good way for them to basically get back into the market after that whole Wii U era, which I feel guilty because I was one of those guys that bought the Wii U. But that's the thing. A lot of people got the Wii U wrong. Like, the biggest thing that made that system fail was the marketing. The marketing was atrocious. I mean, come on now. They first called it the new controller, right? But instead of calling it the new console, they market that controller, and people are thinking, oh, is this like some kind of accessory for the Wii? No, it's not. It's a brand new system. Of course, I knew it was a brand new system during that time, but other people didn't. And then they're like, man, what? I'm so confused. You know what I mean? Like, super confused. Like, what is this? Is this going to be like an accessory that I can use for my Wii games or whatnot? You just don't know. But that's what Nintendo did during that time, and it really sucks because the Wii U had a lot of potential to be a wonderful system. It was the first one to have HDMI support, and it had, that new controller and whatnot. Graphics look better, and then of course even the games that came out were great. But the thing that sucks is that most of them already got re-released on Switch, and the Switch version improved upon the Wii U versions of those games. Of course, there's a couple that haven't been re-released, like obviously Smash Brothers for Wii U. At the time, that was a good game, but now that you have Ultimate, that game is just irrelevant. I mean, I haven't been back to Smash Wii U in a long ass time. I can't tell you the last time I played that version or the 3DS version. It's really just obsolete. Like hell, I went back to Brawl more recently, about almost a year ago at least, than I did to Smash Wii U. And I play Melee a lot more often when it comes to the older Smash Brothers games. But Smash Wii U, I mean, when it was brand new, it was the Smash Brothers game to own and play. But once Ultimate came out, it just, bye-bye. Don't even know what Smash Wii U or Smash 3DS is, man. And like I said, that Wii U just didn't get it. But when that Switch came out, things got better. But it makes you wonder, like if they had that from the beginning, if things were to change. But everything happens for a reason, and things should just stay the way they are. But as far as like whenever the Switch first came out, y'all, everybody wanted themes, everybody wanted better online support, everybody wanted virtual console games, because the thing that we still haven't gotten, but the Wii U in fact did right along with the 3DS, was that we can't own these old school games. But the thing that does piss me off is the fact that fans like me and other loyal Nintendo fans out there have bought these games I don't know how many times. And yeah, they're cheap. $5, $10, whatever, for an NES game, Super Nintendo game, or 64 game. But it makes you wonder, how many times are we going to have to be doing this shit? You know what I mean? And then, of course, the Switch comes out and said, hey, instead of paying for it, then you'll be able to pay for the online and you get the games, as long as you pay for the system. It sounds cool, but really, when it comes to the modern gaming market, it's much better if we be able to download these games and we own them forever. You never know what happens when things are online because they'll get taken down. Like, for instance, there was a couple of SNES games that got taken down. I forgot which ones they are on the Nintendo Switch Online app, and those games ain't coming back. Now, if you were really big fans of those games, you would be pissed off right now. Like, man, I played that game so much, and now you took it off? For what reason you took it off? But if you gave the fans an option to buy that game, there would be no issue. I have no problem with Nintendo either. Hey, you can get our online program. You get all these games, right? But you don't own them. But there's an option. If you would like to own this game because you love playing the shit out of it, and you no longer need to require internet connection to check to see if you can play these games because of your membership being active or not, you get to play that game no matter what. As long as you got room, it's downloaded, play the game whenever you want. If Nintendo gave that option, it would have made things a lot better, but that's where they kind of messed up on the Switch one. But because of what I've said earlier about the Wii U, and of course the big thing was the lack of third-party support, I feel like the Switch was the way for them to be safe on the market. After their whole flop went with the Wii U, they stayed safe doing the Switch, releasing third-party support slowly but surely. Of course, having Final Fantasy for the first time on a Nintendo system was a big deal. I'm talking about the mainstream ones that everybody likes to play. 7, 8, 9, and 10. When that shit was announced and released on the Switch, man, everybody, including myself, was so excited. We bought that shit day one, Like that Switch literally was the system to put Nintendo back onto the market and set a whole line for successors like the Switch 2 to come out. Now, the Switch 2, hopefully, and it will, because this is Nintendo, is going to improve upon all the issues that were on Switch, things that weren't released on Switch, and then, of course, the biggest thing me as myself and others are really happy about is the performance of the Switch 2. Now, I feel like this may not still be as powerful as, say, like a PS5 or whatever on the go, but if this thing can do justice with its performance, and then of course being docked in there and just have constant 60 frames per second or whatever game it's going to showcase, then I'm all for it. But to be honest with you, even with the Switch 1, I never really complained too much because you have to understand the way the games are nowadays. I understand a lot of people are loyal to certain brands when it comes to the console. I've always been Sony for a long time, and then of course I had Nintendo when it came to GameCube and all that, and 3DS and DS and Game Boy Advance and all that. But unfortunately, it comes to the point now where you're going to need a lot more than that. You're going to need, a laptop or a computer if you want to have the ultimate experience when it comes to gaming. You want to have these nice graphics and all the stabilization and whatnot, and you want to mod your game. It's much easier to do on PC. These consoles really don't give you that much kind of freedom to do. But some people don't know how to do that stuff on PC. They don't want to mess with that, and they don't have the money for it because systems are much cheaper. It's much easier to get the system, and then you want that game, you buy it on that system that you have it for because you got that one system, and that's the one that you really play it a lot on. It makes sense. But hopefully with this Switch 2, most of the games that are released on them, mostly third party, have a better experience for Switch 2 owners to be able to play that game. Obviously, PC owners are just chilling in there in the sun like they're at the beach playing their games like nothing because they can do whatever they want with them. But, Switch 2 people and anybody on console in general are limited on what they can do with games. So if the performance gets improved with this Switch 2, that's going to be so badass. And I'll be happy for all the owners of the Switch 2 who primarily use that Switch 2 for not just Nintendo games, but for the third-party games as well when they want to take something on the go. You know what I mean? Especially because if the rumors are true, a $400 price tag is honestly not bad for, the gaming market in 2025. A new system, you get, new games, backwards compatibility with Switch 1 games. Like that's pretty badass. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But we'll wait and see in the next 15 minutes to see what Nintendo has to say about this new system. And I'm looking at the screen right now, chat. It's still blank. There hasn't been any kind of little countdown animation. I think Nintendo usually has that, but there hasn't been anything right now. So I'm trying to do my best to keep you guys entertained with, a little bit of the history that's been going on with the Switch, Wii U, and all that. And of course, when I grew up with it, and then anticipating for this direct to start for Switch 2, chat. I'm so hyped up and excited. I never normally get like this because I'm asleep and I forget. Oh, wait, what? There was a Switch Direct or some kind of Nintendo Direct? Like last Thursday, for instance, I couldn't do that one, even though I wanted to so bad because I was asleep and I had work the other day. I was working all night, and I'm like, man, when I got up, that Nintendo Direct, I mostly skimmed through it. And it's not to say that I didn't like the games that were showcased. I'm not going to lie, that Direct was a W. There was a shit ton of good games during that presentation. But the two games I got hyped up the most was Metroid Prime 4 and Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. I can't tell you guys how many times I played the shit out of that game on the 3DS. Like, that game came out, let's see here, it's 2025. In America, it came out 11 years ago. I just finished my freshman year in high school, and I was going into my sophomore year, but there was summer break between that. And I was already waiting for Tomodachi Life to come out on 3DS, and as soon as that motherfucker came out, I was just playing it non-stop. Normally, I don't be playing simulation games like that much, but all summer, when I woke up, checked my 3DS, checked my Mii, see how they were doing, then I'd do my stuff, come back to check them again, and I was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Even with the limited gameplay, I still got engaged with it so much because I connected with the Miis, and of course my Mii look-alike, and all the interactions and animations that they had, it was just so like wow, you know what I mean? And it's just Miis. So how could something that simple be that fun? Believe me, it is fun and addicting. And now that Living the Dream is coming out, I'm like, wow, that's gonna be like endless content to do right there. And I can even do like 2 or 3 hour live stream sessions of that game. Because naturally, of course, when it comes to things like that, if you're gonna put them on YouTube, it'd be a lot better maybe if you edit out certain things and put a whole compilation of the best moments on there. But if you want to have like a 2 or 3 hour sessions of it, every once in a while, nothing wrong with that. Everybody's gonna be doing that when the game comes out, so might as well do it. But yeah, chat, it's crazy to think that time has flown by so fast. Like I said, I just remember getting that Switch 1 when it first came out and playing the shit out of Breath of the Wild. And then now we're getting the Switch 2. And I know we did have another Zelda game recently, so it might be a while until Nintendo decides to unveil the next Zelda game, like mainline Zelda game. But I can't wait for that, But I think right now they're going to focus on Mario, because we are due for another 3D Mario game. It's been almost 8 years since Super Mario Odyssey has been released, and we need something just like that game, if not better than that game. But if they decide to go the Galaxy route, I wouldn't mind that. Everybody loves Galaxy, and I do too. But I really wish Nintendo could do something like a combination of all of them, Odyssey did a good job of incorporating Cappy, right? But that was the mechanic of that game. Each Mario game has their own mechanics. Sunshine has FLUDD. Galaxy has up and down, left and right. Gravity changes, the spin attack with the Luma, and the orchestra music and all that shit. Like, it was amazing. But as far as for this new game, if it's ever going to top Odyssey, it's going to have to do a lot to live up to it. That's why a lot of people still play Odyssey. And I understand why Nintendo do these things. It makes sense in a business standpoint. It just makes sense. If your game does well, why make something else? You know what I mean? Right away. If people are still buying the shit out of Mario Odyssey and even going back to play it. Hell, a lot of people speedrun that game. I haven't done that yet because I've only played Odyssey and gotten all the moons and 100% the game one time. Because it's a very, very long Mario game. mean, yeah, the main story itself is like, well, depending on how you play, like 15 to 20 hours, but that's still long for a Mario game. Most Mario games don't even last that long, to be honest with you. You could get them done like in less than 12 hours, but it got to 20 plus. That was insane, you know, because you need a shit ton of moons to be able to progress through each kingdom and then make your way to where you have to go. But, you know, I think Nintendo can definitely live up to it for sure. Excuse me 1 second. And I just made a mess of myself with the water. How lovely. But other than a 3D Mario game, I think we all know what we're really excited to see is the next big Mario Kart game. I mean, hell, imagine a brand new Mario Kart game with a brand new mechanic. And not just a brand new mechanic, but returning mechanics such as anti-gravity will hopefully play an effect. This will make things badass. But according to that trailer that we saw of that teaser of Mario Kart, supposedly this is going to be Mario Kart 9, Mario Kart 10, Mario Kart Turbo, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like there has to be something to make this really engaging and fun to want you to play that Mario Kart game. A lot of people still play Mario Kart 8, and Mario Kart 8 has been out since 2014 when it first came out on Wii U. Old ass game, 11 years. But it's been doing so good ever since they re-released it on Switch in 2017, where they properly had a proper battle mode, and they released more tracks and included all the DLC in it, you know. And then of course you have that booster pass that they released during that time because they were already getting ready to develop the next Mario Kart game for the Switch 2, which hopefully we'll be able to see today. And by the way, chat, holy shit, we have 266,982 people watching the Nintendo Direct stream right now. I guess I can gather the dimensions to show you guys this now, since we're about to get there, so let's get in there. Okay, here we are, chat. Yes, chat, look at that. Look at them numbers right there. 266,982. That number is definitely going to go up for sure. Damn. Oh, look, I told you. What did I just say? It's going up now. 60 minutes long, chat. What did I just say right here? That is super duper long. I wonder if, well, no, Nintendo has the comments disabled. They always do. Most of the time they had the chats enabled. But the one thing I will say, there is going to be a Nintendo Treehouse live coming up this week. I think they have the Nintendo Treehouse starting tomorrow, and then they have it Friday as well. It wouldn't be a bad idea to do another reaction to that as well, you know, if after this one takes off. But I'm not sure how long the Treehouse is going to take, but they'll probably announce it after this Direct is done. And then we get to see what kind of games that they have. Now, that would be pretty badass. And I wouldn't mind watching that stuff, but I don't know. It's not like something I want to have in the long run and stuff like that, because it's not my content. And on top of that too, I don't want to just sit here the whole time and have to talk the whole time if most of the time it's going to be the gameplay. I want to be able to sit there and watch it. So at that point, you know, it is what it is. There you go, chat. 306,104. Wow. Maybe someday I'll get them out of people like that, chat. If only. But I'm never going to be as good at Nintendo or anybody else. But at least Franman always has his loyal people watching him, though. Always be grateful for what you have, chat. Well, I guess we'll just sit here for the time being until it's time for it to start. We got 6 more minutes, chat. I'm excited for this shit. But, chat, if you guys are watching this right now, let me know in the chat and put them down in the below, comments down below. What is your guys' biggest thing that you're excited for to see in this Nintendo Direct? Obviously, the system's one thing, but what is it? The release date, the official price, the games coming out, the specs. I mean, hell, even little things like even the menu. What if the Switch 2 allows you to have menu music? I mean, think about this. The Wii U had ambient music. The Wii menu had music. The 3DS had themes and music. Even the DSi had music, man. The Switch was just and then tick, 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 tick. I mean, the Switch was the definition of modernization with the way it was presented, and of course, either changing the theme from white to black. But like I said, I feel like they did that to be safe. Their main focus was to get back on the market after the Wii U flop, make sure that they release good games, good versions of the games, and put themselves into the position where they're going to dominate the console and the portable market because the Switch is a hybrid. They've always dominated the portable market when it came to the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, the DS, the 3DS, and all that shit. You know, it was the way for them to go. You know what I mean? It's Nintendo, you know? I mean, the PSP was good, but it still couldn't beat that DS. That DS was selling like hotcakes, man. And then that poor PS Vita couldn't even put up with the 3DS, man. That was insane. I remember that time like if it was yesterday. And I remember what's funny, you know, my parents, they don't know about this new shit. You know, they've grew up to arcade games, and the biggest they had when it came to 3D was like the 64 and PS1 era. But even then, they didn't really mess with too many games, and most of them they messed with were 2D. But they thought that it was going to be the same as the DSi. Because, you know, the DS and the DSi, it's the same hardware, you know. So when you put your DS game in there, it's the same shit. The only thing that's different about the DSi was the camera. That was the biggest thing, to take little pictures and to decorate, listen to your little music, put your little sounds. So the DSi had a lot more functionality. But in essence, it felt like the DSi was the prototype to get ready for the 3DS. Because the 3DS was going to be a multimedia device that was portable, along with the 3D capabilities that nobody really gave a shit about. I never used. But the biggest thing was the hardware upgrade to be able to play a lot better games on the go. Because to be honest with you, that 3DS has some good-ass graphics during that time and awesome-ass games to be able to render those 3D models with a system like that on the go. You know what I'm saying? Because the PSP in 2004 actually did a hell of a good job doing that, and we wanted to see that for the DS, but the DS was so weak we couldn't really see that full capability until that 3DS came out years later in 2011. And then when Mario Kart 7 came out, we were like, man, this looks great. But we all agreed that Mario Kart DS was still the better game. But not to say that Mario Kart 7 was bad, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, chat, we're almost there, I promise you. I'm getting excited. We're finally going to be able to watch. Not the fact that I opened up another tab, by the way. I wonder if anybody else is watching it on Twitch. I'm going to check it out right now. I'm betting. Oh, yeah, see? Certain people are already watching it. They're already discussing it. They're already getting started. Oh, shit. Yep, Maximilian's online. Vinesauce is online. Damn. It's time, man. It's time. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this, chat. We only got 2 more minutes, chat. 2 more minutes. Ah! Super excited. I haven't been this excited. I feel nervous. I'm not even doing shit, but for some reason I feel this nervous. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Ooh. Oh no, here we go. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Checking out my Discord real quickly. Alright, everything seems to be okay. Alright, chat, we got less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. But I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. And if you guys are, please subscribe to Franman Entertainment. It'd be much appreciated. Don't forget to comment, share, and like. And if you're viewing on Twitch, please follow. Would appreciate that very much. As far as donation goes, if we hit them, we hit them. If we don't, it's okay. But if we can get $1, be much appreciated. But I want to have a good time. I'm ready to watch this Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm so excited for it, chat. But we're getting close, chat. All right, let me pull out my phone because it has a proper countdown. All right, here we go, chat. You ready? Oh, never mind. It has the timer right there. I was going to count the shit down, but Nintendo read my mind. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Whew. Just take it easy, chat. Just get ready. I know you guys just woke up or you've been awake anticipating this. I mean, I know I have. I mean, shit, I've been up since 6 o'clock. I had to make sure to get up so early. Otherwise, I was going to be late to start the stream, and I did not want that to happen. I could not miss this moment, chat. This is a brand new system for the 10th generation of video games, chat. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to make things so much different. I cannot wait. Oh, shit. And now my PC, for some reason, is overloading. The other PC, not this one. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is it. I'm going to turn it up a little bit for you guys so you guys can hear it. Nintendo Switch 2, chat. Let's get this thing on the road. Ooh. Look at this, chat. I haven't seen this animation. Whoa. Nice animation there, Nintendo. Nintendo Switch 2. All right. Oh, there's the new Mario Kart game, chat. Look, it says Yoshi's. So what is this, though? We saw this as a teaser, but this is for... Okay, there's Mario right there, chat. Hey, it looks great. Whoa! Oh my god. 24. There they go, chat. There's Luigi. And there's Peach. They look different, don't they? They're models. There's Daisy. Rosalina. Donkey Kong. Yeah, he got a new face. And there's Pauline. Nice. These are big environments, chat. Ooh. There's Bowser. Wario. Look at his ass. And Waluigi. He still can't forget anybody about not being smashed. Bowser Jr., King Boo. Did you see that stage, chat? Wait, you get to grind? What the hell? Whoa! Wait, you get to play as a cow? Oh, look, the big mushroom came back. Hammer Brothers. Toadette. Bullet Bill, of course. Birdo. Wait, what? Eat a hamburger? Different costumes? Different power-ups? Whoa, what? Casual wear? And of course they show Peach for all the different items. What? Oh, you get to fly again too, and all this other shit. Mega Koopa? Oh. Mario Kart World? Holy shit. Oh.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Ooh.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Good to see you guys.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
This is going to be awesome, chat.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
I don't know. That's a lot.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Damn.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Oh my god, chat.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Real-time features, chat.
And in this Mario Kart game,
Hey, Toad's Garage.
you can go off the racetrack and
Or
drive
Toad Factory, my
virtually
bad.
everywhere in this world. In the
Whoa.
classic Grand Prix, race through 4
There's Mushroom
courses
behind me
in a
too,
bid
chat.
for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
Knockout Tour. What is this, chat?
Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Okay, you get 2 like before.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
Okay.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Oh. That's
Can
interesting.
you make it all the way to the finish line?
Look at her new outfit. It looks cool. Free roam. Oh, there we go. That's
You
what I
can
was
also
looking
freely
for.
drive around this vast world in free roam.
Woohoo!
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes.
What?
So drive wherever your heart takes
Oh my god!
you. You can also go
With
for
people?
scenic drives with friends.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And even take
Take
photos
pictures.
together at different locations.
This is what it's all about, chat. And the graphics look so good too, chat. I like the direction they're going with this, chat. Looks like some stages came back too. I saw a dinosaur. Or Dino, whatever it was
Brand new
called.
race across the entire world starts here. Mario
Whoa.
Kart World. The game launches on the same
Yep.
day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Let's go. Oh!
More details about this title will be
Oh.
shared in an
Oh, it's a
upcoming
whole
Mario
direct.
Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
No way. April 17th. I can't do that one because I have work, but
Mario Kart World launches
Wow.
on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
so many directs,
We'll
chat.
share
This
more
is
details in
insane.
the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
I'm excited, chat. I mean, holy shit. I'm already losing
Next,
it over
we'd
here.
like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Here we go.
These are the
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Joy-Con 2. Fancy. Like DualShock 2.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C
Wait, what's
button.
that C button?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Capture. Still got the same sound, by the way. Alone.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
About to say, does the C button bring somebody with you?
That was me. That was you.
Oh shit.
Quick.
Voice chat.
Wait, no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
This is something they should have had a while ago, but I'm glad that they finally brought it.
Introducing Game,
Game
Chat,
Chat.
a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Oh my god, chat.
Yeah, follow me.
Okay.
Off for an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right?
Oh, that
Alright, let's keep
microphone's
going.
not going to be the
It
best.
can pick up your speaking voice clearly.
Please tell me that
even
you
from
can
a
at least plug in
distance.
your own.
Jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat?
Well, we'll have to real world test that when the
nice.
time
It does
comes.
look beautiful. It's so pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you
Oh,
easily chat with friends and family.
Well, that's badass because, you
If you
know,
open the chat menu
worry about having
and
the thing.
turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
man, it's
you
going to
can
be
also
laggy.
share
but-
your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it?
You really just did it.
Well, there you go.
Oh, shoot. Oh, ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yay.
Wait, did you see that, chat? There was a golden shell.
You can chat to your heart's content.
Wow,
even
any
while
game you
playing
want
different
to.
games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
I like
Oh,
this
wow.
chat.
I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. I'm falling.
In
I'm
the
falling.
sky.
Okay, we got it. We're safe. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star.
Well,
That's
this
so
will get
cute.
together a lot more.
So
I feel like the Switch 1 was limited on that, so I do like this, though.
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Oh, wow.
Or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that.
At least they
wall
got
that's
the
your
lagging
left.
perfected.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets
That's how it's
past
supposed
the
to be. It's
wall.
not going to be perfect, you know?
a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
About to say, you can learn from your friends, you know, when you're playing, so that's good.
Okay, I think we have to try.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
I like how they
Let's
have
take a picture
emotes
here.
and stuff
Okay,
like
ready?
that.
Smile.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
Man,
On
the
right
generation's going to have a lot
Joy-Con
of fun
2
with this, though, for
there's
sure.
an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang. Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Oh, look, there's
And
the
there's
Switch 2
this.
camera. Oh, shit.
By connecting this camera to the system.
I guess you can't use your own camera.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo. Nick.
Hi, how's
Well, I
everyone
mean, it's there.
doing? Good?
You can appear on screen.
Real
and
world
video
test that
chat
again,
while
too.
playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
If I put it on my desktop,
No.
where my desk is
Here's
at, I'm
how
gonna have to put it
looks
like in the
with just
middle or
the camera
something.
feed.
I'm way behind you
Or on
guys.
this side. I'll figure it out.
Wait for me?
Please look forward to
There's
games
Mario
which
Party.
use your camera feed like this.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
The reactions in real time? Okay, that's pretty
If I go a
badass.
little more this way.
Using Game Chat.
Okay,
Even
Nintendo, you
when
got
you're
me
apart,
there. This
you
is
can
pretty
play
cool.
games and
They
hang
know
out
what
as
they're
if you were
doing.
together in the same room.
That's Nintendo for you,
Play
chat.
together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition.
You can pretty
hold a
much make up
sports
your own rules
competition
for any
between
game.
families.
All together,
All
anytime,
together,
anywhere.
anytime, anywhere.
Game chat. The fact that that's a whole feature.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends.
For sure, for
Almost
sure.
as if you're all playing together in the same place.
Well, yeah. Everybody's busy. KOS can't be over all the
The
time.
camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Well, you know, you got to buy that now, too.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership
Of
will be
course.
required to use Game
I
Chat.
mean, what's new? At least it's free on
However,
PC.
Since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
That's cool.
We hope you'll try it
I
out.
mean, I guess, you know, they can't incorporate things, but they should be able to
Additionally,
incorporate things
Game
like
Chat
Discord,
supports
you
the
know.
Nintendo
But I guess
Switch
Nintendo
parental
has their own
controls
thing,
now,
so
and different settings
children
can be
can be
adjusted.
safe.
For
That's the reason
example,
why they
whether
develop their
parental
own
permission
thing.
is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
And there's that. They just said it too.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share.
So download play like
As
the
shown
DS
here,
era.
even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With
Oh,
Game Share,
shit.
you can
Download plays
temporarily
coming
share
back,
compatible
chat,
games
in
with
the form
others
of
who
Game
also have
Share.
Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
Modern.
Game Share also supports online play with other Switch
Download
2
Play
systems. And you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we
That's
showed
cool,
earlier.
you know.
Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This
Well, yeah,
feature
it
is
makes
planned for
sense.
several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51
But
Worldwide
Odyssey
Classics on Nintendo Switch.
being compatible?
Game Share support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
This will be
Up
interesting.
next,
System, finally. We get to see it.
we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
How they said it. Bigger screen, same thickness. The way it said it.
At 7.9
Ooh, look at the
inches,
wave chat
Switch 2
from
has a
America.
bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The
It
system's
certainly is
thickness
bigger.
remains the same.
High definition display.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
There you go. Finally. Full 1080 chat. 120.
The
Damn.
screen supports up to 120
Only
frames
compatible
per
in certain
second,
games. Makes
allowing for
sense.
smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Cool. HDR support. All right.
The LCD screen is more vivid and
Hopefully they
supports
have an
HDR,
OLED in the future. They
providing
should.
more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
Joy-Con 2 attach magnetically.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
All right. Bigger SR buttons.
The SL and SR buttons
That
are
is
bigger
one thing that
for
bothered
greater
me on
comfort
the
and
Switch
control
1 were
when
those
playing
tiny
with
ass
the Joy-Con
buttons.
2
So
held
that's a
horizontally.
good fix right there. Larger control sticks. That's another one too.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
Yeah, they were smaller. Mouse controllers using or controls
Each
using
Joy-Con
2.
2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Well, that's pretty cool. Improved speakers, clearer audio.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers
Gotta
are
love that
clearer
contemporary
and more
jazz chat.
natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
Built-in mic for easy voice chatting.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
While still not perfect, that's awesome. 3D audio gives a sense of space.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Oh! That's cool, though. I like that. Hello? Is that Zelda? The horse? New stand, freely adjustable viewing angle. Oh, look.
Place your
selection
Nintendo
screen.
Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
2 USB-C ports, chat.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system,
Now it's on the
there's
top.
one on top as well.
So now we can finally play it while it's charging.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C
Or the camera if you need it. There you go. Finally got a
charging in
pack.
tabletop mode.
Nice. Larger, faster storage. How much we're talking about?
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Okay, that's pretty
8
good.
times that of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads.
That I mean, that's good. I mean, you
and
can't
more.
expect a terabyte, you know, because that'd
Reading
be
and
more
writing data
pricey
is
console.
also faster.
But you can still put, you know what, new 4K support?
Use
What?
the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
Well,
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
well, the menu is still the same though, unfortunately. And oh man. But we're still at the beginning, chat. Hopefully we'll
The
see
Nintendo
something.
Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Something that
This
should have been in
helps
the
keep
other one.
performance stable.
I'm glad they added something at least, because the other one didn't have it. Shit would be hot. Plays compatible Nintendo Switch games.
On
All right.
Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical
Compatible.
and digital games are supported.
There you go. Like I say, for the most part, chat, Nintendo's done a good job improving from the first one. Definitely making this a lot better. But I still need to see more things from the Switch 2. But we still got time, chat. Just be patient.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game.
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Kawamoto!
Here we go, chat.
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Wait, what the hell?
This is Nintendo Switch 2
Oh,
Welcome Tour,
it's your, like
exclusive
tech
to
demo.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Astrobot.
standing over here.
Astro's Playroom. Haha.
Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
All right, let's go have some fun.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Wait,
This
what?
sign reads, "Where are the magnets?"
So basically,
Joy-Con 2 controllers
instructional
attached to the
manual, but
system
in the
with
form of a
magnets.
game.
And those
Clever,
magnets are
Nintendo,
inside
clever.
the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system.
Huh.
A
Really
magnetic
strong.
circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
That'll be helpful for Mario Party games.
You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos.
Okay.
Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might
But I
not
wonder why they
notice
say
until they're
mouse
pointed out.
if it's going to be similar to like the Wii, you know, when we used it for Switch.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same
What
day
paid?
as Nintendo
Oh,
Switch
it should
2.
have been included.
So please check it out
like
if you're interested.
like Astro's Playroom. Oh, well.
Now, I'd like to share some more information
For like
regarding
$30.
Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for
Red,
Nintendo
huh?
Switch 2 titles.
Instead of being black.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
As before.
They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
Express, huh?
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Well, figures, older technology
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you
Internet
can log
connection.
into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data,
You
digital
definitely need a
games,
shit ton of more
and
data
more.
for this to work, chat.
We're also releasing a new Pro controller.
Oh, okay, here we
It has
go.
a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL
Oh!
and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
Basically scuff from the beginning, chat.
In addition, an audio jack has been added.
Oh, there you go.
We've
That's gonna
introduced
help out
a
more.
few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on
I
the
guess we can
website
view that
where
after
the three
the
of us will talk
presentation's
about
over
the
with, chat.
development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Here we go, chat. This is it. Moment we've been waiting
Nintendo
for.
Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Oh, it's so soon, chat.
Very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it. So
Damn.
please wait just a bit longer.
They just put it out like that. No video, no like. It's just
Now.
here you go, June 5th.
Broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games.
Okay.
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Okay.
These games
What's the
take
other one they're
advantage
talking
of the
about?
performance
3.
and features of Switch 2.
DS, imagine.
The second type is compatible games
Well,
that were released on
Wait
Nintendo
and see,
Switch.
chat. Oh,
Nintendo Switch 2
Nintendo
edition
Switch 2
games are the third type.
What?
Some games that were released on Switch
Oh,
will
you
receive
can get the-
upgraded versions that
right.
offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more.
But you'd have to download it though.
Now,
Jamboree
I'd like to show
TV.
you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of
What
Super
the
Mario
hell?
Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Let's check this out, chat.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
What? Oh, it's online
The
shit.
upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Mouse games. Okay.
audio recognition, more expressive rumble,
Huh. Camera.
and gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
Much like the Wii U with
All
Wii
of
Party.
which can be accessed
Oh
on
my
Switch
god.
2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes.
Definitely
First
good
up
for living
is
room.
Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and
Oh my.
emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online.
I can already see what kind of videos are going to come out now on YouTube, chat. People are going to have a lot of fun with that camera.
Up
That's all I got to
next,
say.
It's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you
Oh
on stage
my
to
god.
hit blocks to collect the most coins. Guide an RC
This
car
is
with your
silly.
voice. Go. And compete in other mini games using full body movement and sound.
This is pretty cool, though.
Finally,
I'm not going to lie.
Take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster.
Lower your safety
With the
bar.
safety
Imagine if you
lowered
didn't.
And secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps
Oh,
and
okay,
rumbles
that's cool.
of the coaster.
This should be a new ride for Super Nintendo World, chat.
When you
That would be
enter a pipe,
badass.
a mini game will begin.
Oh
a
no,
bouldering
not
game
again
where
with this
two
shit.
players
Like
each control
Astro's
an
Playroom
arm.
all over again.
And one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects.
Okay, that's cool.
Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station?
Well, I do like this.
From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo
I mean,
Switch
Jamboree
2
is a really
edition,
good party
plus
game. There's no
Jamboree
reason to make a
TV
new one for
launches
Switch
on
2
Nintendo
until
Switch
a while.
2, July 24th.
Well, it'll be a month after the system's
Nintendo
released, but
Switch
that's
2
cool.
players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
At least I'll get an upgrade
Please look
pack.
forward to a new Mario Party
The system
experience
should detect that
where
either
you
way.
can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo
Okay,
Switch
here we
2
go.
Edition
Things I'm really
games.
looking forward to. There's Zelda, my fave, chat. Switch 2 Edition and
Nintendo
Tears of the
Switch 2
Kingdom.
editions
Let's
of The Legend of Zelda
go.
Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature
Enhanced
enhanced
resolution
resolution
and
and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more
Does look
vibrant,
very pretty.
so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Definitely look forward to streaming that, chat.
Plus,
Zelda Notes.
You can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
What's this?
This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
What?
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
What? You don't even have to like copy it from watching it on the YouTube video or something.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
Those are minor features, but they seem major to me. That's pretty cool. Now I really want to get the Korok seeds now.
In
There's
Kirby
Kirby.
and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story
Star-Crossed
exclusive to the
World.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Damn, this
along
game
with
too?
Improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor.
This looks like
that's
it's a
causing
little
some
harder, doesn't
mysterious
it?
Changes.
Please tell me Smash Brothers
We
has
hope you're
something
looking
too.
forward to
That'd be
Kirby's new
awesome.
adventure.
I mean, I haven't played this game yet, Chad. I don't even own it, but
Metroid Prime
There we
4
go.
Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch
hell
2
yeah.
edition.
I definitely was going to get the Switch 2 version. Why the hell would I get the Switch version? I'm getting the Switch 2 version, 100%.
In addition to
Oh, okay.
standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
I guess I could test that out. That'd be nice.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your
Either way, I
preference
have to
and
real world
playstyle.
test that too, but that looks badass. And Pokemon Legends Z to A.
Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version,
the hell
but
was
a Nintendo
that?
Switch 2 edition
A
as
little
well.
gadget, he just like jumped up
By
and then he
taking
just put it
advantage
out.
of the power of Switch 2,
And just went there.
you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Okay.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition
That's a good
games you
lineup to
just saw
start.
will be available as both physical
Hopefully more
and
come in the
digital
future,
versions.
chat. But I do like the fact that they took care of both Zelda and
And if you already own the
Metroid Prime
Nintendo Switch
4.
version of a game, you can play
Upgrade
the
it.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Well,
We
you
hope
shouldn't
you're
have to
looking forward to
purchase. You
these
should be able to get it for
Nintendo
free. At
Switch
least
2
Sony
edition
does that, though.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new
Bless
game
me, chat.
featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Brand new game, chat. Here we go.
Please take a look.
With the mouse controls. Probably won't be as big as we think, but hey, we could be wrong. Or like a party game or something like that. Or a music game. Oh, I do like music games. Wait, what the hell? Huh? Oh, I do like the music though. It sounds nice. Interesting. Drag and drive, chat. Basically a basketball game if you're handicapped. Of course, it's going to be dedicated to online. They probably should have some kind of story mode or something, but I mean, for showcasing the little mouse feature, I mean, that's cool. But imagine having to do this the whole time, you know, while you're playing this. Imagine you're live streaming this shit, you'd be doing that. But that'll be something fun to do with the family, you know, you come over, do some local multiplayer and go around and shit. That's pretty cool. It definitely does look addicting. So it could be something different, you know, fun to play 3-on-3. I mean, it's the closest we're gonna get to Mario Hoops 3-on-3 at least, but you know, with wheels and mouse control and even get to do that kind of stuff. I mean, it's still cool though, at least. But this will only be the beginning, chat. It's coming out this summer though, so get ready for that game. Drag and drive, chat.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both
But the music
Joy-Con
really
2
sounds
controllers
good,
as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
I'll give it a chance.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, here we go, chat. Let's do this. Oh shit, chat. Look what it is. Elden Ring. Oh my god. Now that is badass. It ain't gonna be as good as the PC version or the laptop version, but hey, better than nothing. But I am excited though for all the Switch 2 owners who'll be able to finally be able to play Elden Ring on the go.
May you take the throne.
2020, the Tarnished Edition. This year, chat. Nice. Nice. Elden Ring.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that
Hades
2
2
is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to
You know, I never
vanquish
played the
sinister
first
Titan
game,
of
chat,
Blood.
but I heard very
battle
good things
beyond
about
the
this
underworld
game,
to
and
the
it looks
ends of the
pretty
earth.
hard.
Getting
And you
to
know
know
I like to
dozens of
play
characters from Greek
challenging
myth
games,
in a
so this will
story
be
that
cool.
reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades
Well, I probably
2
want to play the first one,
later
though.
this year.
I'll get that a chance. Ooh, Capcom.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。
What's it gonna do? Street
我
Fighter
々がお
6?
届けするタイトルは
Yep, Street Fighter 6. What did I tell you?
ストリートファイター6です。
That's pretty cool.
本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、
Mode's exclusive to Switch 2?
モードもあります。
Oh
ソフト
wow.
は通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した「Years 1-2 Fighters Edition」の2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボと
Amiibos? Oh, that's
アミーボ
badass. Here we go,
お
chat.
届けします。お楽しみに。
Luke, Jamie, and Kimberly. So they have the new fighters, but not the OG. Yeah,
Initiating
hopefully they come
arsenal
out.
boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal.
I don't know this
Commencing
game,
launch.
chat.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
Well, it definitely does look
This
fun.
planet will be ours.
No, it won't.
The sovereign axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed
Explosions.
a weapon that was created to destroy
Enemies.
all
That's a big ass
humanity.
creature, by the way.
Because we're in the middle
But
of a war.
the trailer's moving a little
Don't
too
you get
fast,
it?
though. My eyes kind of hurt from
won't
this.
just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
I'll tear you apart now.
Bring hope to our lives. Don't they?
September 5th, chat.
Hey, this is Joseph Fares from Hazelight.
Oh, look,
I'm
Split
super
Fiction.
excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch.
I still
2.
haven't even played the game yet,
The
chat, on
game is a story
PC.
about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who
The
writes
graphics
fantasy.
still aren't gonna be
Together,
as good
they
as
get trapped in
PC,
their own
but I
stories,
mean,
and it's up
as
to
long
you
as
and
the
a friend
performance
to
is
help
still
them break
good, you
free.
know, that's
Well,
cool
let me
for
tell you
people
this.
who want to play it on
if
the
you
go.
like It Takes Two, You're gonna love this one, trust me.
I haven't even played It Takes Two yet. I tell you, chat, I have a big ass backlog. I really gotta start getting better on that shit.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving.
Who cares?
On
I
the
mean,
Nintendo
what they really
platform.
should bring back are the Street
EA
series.
Sports.
When it was
It's in the game.
EAA Big or whatever it was called.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software.
Hogwarts Legacy.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Cool.
With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in
Enhanced
a
via
world like
Switch
never
2
before.
wise, chat. Not gonna change the
And the new
fact too
mouse
that
controls on
PC.
Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure.
But
Discover the
again,
enhanced magic
happy
when
for the
Hogwarts
Switch 2
Legacy
users
launches on the same day
who are gonna
as Switch 2.
have the Switch 2 for these games.
Captain, is that Mike supposed
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, chat. I remember playing the original 2 back on the PS1 days. Those were fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, 3 and 4 does look kind of fun. But the thing I don't like are the bombardments of microtransactions, though, so, you know, that's just a big turnoff for me. But, I mean, gameplay-wise and all this stuff, Nora. Skater Island. A few moments later. Oh, SpongeBob? Oh, shit. Not the fact that they teased that shit right there last minute.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from
IO.
IO Interactive.
The Hitman
We're
games?
bringing our flagship title,
What?
Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
That's cool. The
As
signature
the best
edition.
assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
I think the sound's off, chat. Yeah, that's Nintendo, not me. So what is this? Oh, is this what I think it is? I can hear the music already playing. Yup. 007, chat. We're gonna get shot. Get ready, chat. We're gonna die. Project 007.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
That's cool. What if it's a remake of GoldenEye? There's Square Enix.
The story of light and shadow that never fades.
What is this?
Is reborn. Bravely Default
They're so
Returns,
cute.
remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based
Brave and
battles.
Default.
Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party.
Well, my thing is they
Enjoy
remastered
your
it. Why are the
adventure
models
with
still they're
upgraded
from like the
features and
3DS and shit?
And all new minigames.
Oh well.
With unique
I
ways
mean, I
to
guess
play.
it's just the way the style is. I don't know
Square
anything about
Enix
Bravely Default.
presents the classic
I've heard about it,
fantasy
but I never
RPG,
played it.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy
Flying
HD
Fairy.
Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior
Comes out on launch day though.
once more.
You know, happy for you guys that like those games though.
龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です
Oh yeah,
我
Yakuza
々が
baby.
お送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼ
Zero
ロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る
I still have to play
争奪
Yakuza
戦が
by the way.
伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です
Way to go.
今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください
We'll have more games to show from our
So many
publishing
games,
and
chat.
development partners. But for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Oh shit, here we go. They have so much things, chat. I like this. Koei Tecmo. Is this another warrior style game? It is! Tears of the Kingdom style. Oh shit.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
The imprisoning war, huh?
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Whoa, chat. Look at this. Haha, they're gonna be playable characters. Let's go. Man, I didn't think they were gonna make another Hyrule Warriors style game in Tears of the Kingdom. It's happening though, chat. And before the game takes place. Oh, this is gonna be badass, chat. Makes me want to play Age of Calamity all over again. Of course, Link won't be here because of, you know, time traveling. Hyrule Warriors, chat. Age of Imprisonment. Oh, hell yeah. I definitely got to get that one, chat. That looks really fun. Come in the winter, though. That gives me time to play Age of Calamity if you guys want to do an Age of Calamity stream. That's going to take a while to do.
Age of Imprisonment.
A lot of grinding.
It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo.
Wait for Switch 2 to come out so I can do it on there.
We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the imprisoning.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of these kind of games, hack and slashing and shit, but if it's got Zelda, shit, I'll definitely play it though.
And now,
they
some
get
news about Nintendo Switch Online.
20 more minutes left, chat.
You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Ooh, GameCube?
And with
Question
Nintendo
mark?
Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively
Here we
on
go.
Switch 2.
GameCube?
Please
Question
take a look at
mark?
this.
Yeah! Let's go, GameCube! Oh shit, chat.
Nintendo
Finally.
Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic
Oh,
game library
GameCube.
exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Let's go,
Nintendo
chat.
GameCube, originally released in 2001.
Hell
Here are the
yeah.
titles that will be available at launch.
Wind
A
Waker,
Legend of Zelda
let's
game
go.
That looks like a cartoon come to life through cell
Oh,
shading.
that's awesome,
Controlling
chat.
the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure.
I mean, it's not
across
the Wii U
Great
version,
Sea.
but still.
The Legend of Zelda.
It's better than
The Wind
nothing.
Waker.
Oh, Soul
Transcending
Calibur
history and
2!
the world.
Oh,
A tale
dude, that
of
game is so
souls and
good.
swords
And we get
eternally
Link as
told.
well, too.
In this 3D weapons-based fighting game,
That is
each
an
fighter
addicting
comes equipped
game,
with a
chat.
different weapon. And
There's Link.
from the Legend of Zelda series
Yep.
enters the fray.
I love that game,
Soul
chat.
Calibur 2.
Oh, F-Zero
Experience a
GX.
world of
Hell
white-knuckle
yeah.
racing at speeds
That's another
over
good game, too,
2,000
chat.
kilometers per hour.
Woo!
30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying
Hopefully
races.
Star Fox Adventure shows
Featuring
up.
the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero
Hell
GX.
yeah. Star Fox, Star Fox, Star Fox.
In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally
And online.
or online.
That's cool. You get to play that game online now.
Enjoy these
Well, I guess
classic
that's the only 3
games
games
with
they're going to
clearer
have for
image
now.
quality
They'll
and
probably
higher
talk
resolution
about
than
more
the
in the
original
future, but at least we got Wind Waker.
You can also check the
Suspend
controls for
points
each
as well?
title
Oh,
and
shit.
Customize them to your liking. More titles
Oh, there
will
you
be
go.
added in the future.
Oh my god. Even Luigi's Mansion, chat.
Nintendo GameCube,
Same
Nintendo
day.
Classics, the Switch
All right,
2
Nintendo, you
exclusive
got me
game
with
library coming to
GameCube. Now we
Nintendo
need
Switch
Wii
Online
and
Plus
Wii U.
expansion pack.
Well, I don't know about
Launches
Wii
the
U.
same day as the hardware's
Well, it'd be
release.
cool if we did have DS though, but I don't know how that's going to
And
incorporate.
a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released.
You know that shit's
It
going to
can
be
connect
hogged up.
wirelessly, and
Oh
also has
shit,
a C
wirelessly
button
too?
to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller.
I mean, I have the real controllers. I
exclusively
can use that on the
available
Switch
for Nintendo
too,
Switch
but
Online
now we have the
members,
online
will also
version.
be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, you better get ready for that, chat.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube.
I am.
Nintendo Classics.
That'd be cool.
Of
But too bad
course,
Sunshine's
you can
irrelevant
continue to play
now.
select
Eclipse is
games
much
from
better.
The systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and
Damn, more games, chat. I feel like they talk more about games in the system, which, you know, it is what it is. I was wanting to see the UI, though. What the hell? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals Deltarune, chat. Oh, wait, nah. You bastard. That was a teaser. Oh, wait, no, here we go. I still haven't played Undertale. Heartfelt journey of humor and friendship. Undertale's parallel story. Deltarune. So now we finally get 3 and 4, chat. Once again, chat, this is another game and Undertale that I need to play. It's on the backlog. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I'm so busy. I'm so sorry. I'm busy in life that I don't have time to play games for a living for you guys. But it is what it is. There's so much that's happened in this past 45 minutes, chat. I mean, I'm just lost.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Borderlands 4,
Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2.
He's excited, that's for sure.
Loot and shoot your way
I bet you he'll probably play it on the Switch version. I'm not a fan of Borderlands, chat. I'm sorry. I don't like it too much.
The most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made.
Ambitious.
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games.
Ah, Civilization 6 or 7. Damn.
Of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Not a big fan of these games either, chat. It's not really my playstyle. I don't like that kind of shit.
The ages of history.
But to you guys, you know, I
With
hope
the
you
new
guys
mouse
enjoy
controls,
this.
Players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
I'll
Civ
stick with
7
that on
launches
PC if I
the
played it
same
for
day
sure.
as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Cool.
And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
Cool.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
Yeah.
And on the court.
Sorry, guys. I'm not really hyped about sports games. Not my cup of tea.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom!
4 kids stranded.
Steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
This is like a mobile app game. Oh, look, it's stuck, by the way. Uh-oh, Nintendo, what the hell?
Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
This is from Nintendo saying itself, chat, and it's not my internet. My internet's fine.
Next stop, the top.
Uh-oh, it got stuck. It's still stuck.
Nicely done. Well, I think
Look, everybody in the chats right now, too.
This time, for home.
Freeze, freeze, freeze. Stream's frozen. Fix it.
Hi, I'm Dave Cross.
No, it's frozen, chat. Are you kidding me?
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon. It's an aim for the
It's still frozen. Come on now.
Now reloaded in a new 3D art style.
Shit, man, this is not good. We have like 13 minutes left and it's frozen.
We're still working on the game.
God damn it. God damn it. Nintendo, no. Somebody say Xbox better. There's a lag for everyone. It's not you, it's me. I can hear the sound, but I can't see the stream. You're shitting me right now. There we go. Got it. Woo! Wait, no, wait, wait a minute. What the hell? Well, this isn't the game, chat. Come on, Nintendo, somebody. Nintendo, help. SOS. Come on, man. You got the wrong thing showing in the sound. That was way off. Oh, man. See, everybody's thinking it's the internet or not.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time.
Bro, it's hella delayed.
Cyberpunk 2077 is an open world
Nintendo, you had a good presentation until this shit happened. Come on now. The day when I decide to want to stream this shit and then your shit ends up being way delayed, it's not even my fault. It's your fault now, Nintendo. Come on now. This is some bullshit.
Comes to Nintendo Switch.
It's not like I get to get up every morning to stream shit like this, and then when I do, the shit's not working. Oh my god.
Nintendo Switch 2で Final Fantasy 7 リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。
Well, Final Fantasy 7 remakes on Switch chat, but we can't see it. This is bullshit.
の一作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再
Oh,
創作
come on.
新しい
I'm pissed, Chad. I'm
を
sorry.
体験
That just ruined everything.
スイッチ2で展開する
I wonder how everybody else is
FF7
reacting to this shit right now. I would like to see a whole
ぜひ
compilation video of it.
ご期待ください。
And then there's... Wait, did they go back? Oh, they fixed it now. After we just saw this shit. Cyberpunk is there too. There definitely is a lot of third-party support coming, chat. Let's see what the chat says right now. Chat's probably saying, finally, it's fixed. Yeah, I guess. Chat's type is so fast, this shit is all really... Damn. Wild Hearts S. I guess the sound is fixed now like it's supposed to be, because earlier it's been delayed the whole time been streaming. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. What about a new Puyo Puyo Tetris game? You know what I mean? What are they going to showcase for the last... Oh, hell no. This game sucks, chat. Oh, no. No. Don't buy that game, please. Don't buy Star Wars Outlaws. It's trash. I never bought it. I never will. I just saw what I saw, and I wouldn't waste money and time on that piece of shit garbage game. What the hell? Fast Fusion looks like a brand new version of F-Zero. I'll never get that, chat. Ever. Oh, well. At least we're getting GX though back from GameCube. I hope you guys win the lottery or save up a shit ton of money, because there's a lot of games coming out for the Switch too, so y'all gonna have to save up. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about Fortnite. I'm sorry. I mean, the kids can have fun, whatever, but yeah. Hey, look, Ridge Racer 2? Let's go. Or is that Ridge Racer? I don't even know. Because it said 2 Ridge Racer, but I don't know. Tomagachi Plaza. So many Switch 2 editions, though, that's for sure. Human Fall Flat 2. Well, I'm glad that people get to play the first Final Fantasy VII Remake on Switch if they want, but, you know.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
All right, here we go.
Please take a
But
look.
not the last one for the presentation, right? Let's see what happens. Ooh. This looks scary. Look how he's slouched over. Hey, look, a hand's coming. Buddy, wake up. Come on now.
I give you
Love.
my blood.
Blood. Bloodborne. If only. If only. It's Sony, though. It's
I
never
give
going to
you
happen.
My life. Turn a wheel
Hmm?
and transport him to a night of moonlight,
So she dies in order to give him
to
the blood and shit.
humanity's very dusk.
If only it was Bloodborne. And she dies, and he's got a pretty cool looking hand. I wonder if somebody's gonna get a tattoo of that shit. From Software? Oh my god. I was just kidding. I was just fucking kidding right now. What is this shit, chat? What is this? What is this shit? Please. Oh my god. No! No! You are kidding me right now. No. No, the fuck they did not, chat. But this doesn't seem like what I'm thinking. Maybe? But it has to. Title hasn't been revealed yet, chat. You gotta wait, but... What the fuck, chat? Look, this man's just flying and shit with the big-ass armor. I wonder who that person is. There's so many. Oh my god, that looks creepy. Looks like we're going back to the place, right? No? Oh my god. Whoa! Oh, shit. What is this, chat? Is this Bloodborne 2 or what? What the hell? He's got tits? That's weird. Oh my god. Oh, he just summoned somebody.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
Oh
I
my
pray that you are
god.
able, carrier of blood.
Deflect that shit. Rhino. Horse. What the hell? You transformed? What the shit? Well, hopefully this comes out on the PC, of course. But for Switch 2 presentation, this is something.
The moon tears will flow for one,
I cannot believe this shit, chat.
and one alone.
Oh, the Dust Bloods. Not Bloodborne, but it looked like it kinda. But the Dust Bloods looks fun, I guess. What is that? Now open your eyes. Go back to sleep. 2026. There you go. It's not Bloodborne 2. Oh, available only on Switch 2. It's an exclusive.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
Dust Bloods, huh?
We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the
That's
game's
bullshit
director,
though. Only
Hidetaka
available on
Miyazaki, will
Switch.
share more
But if
details about the
if
game.
the publishers are
Please check it out when
Nintendo,
it's
then that
available.
makes sense. Kind of like how Sony's publishing Bloodborne.
That's all from our
and
publishing
Demon
and
Souls.
development partners.
But that looks fun though, chat.
We'd like to thank the
That's
developers who
bullshit though. I thought it was like a Bloodborne
as our
sequel,
publishing and
but it's
development
Dust.
partners
Maybe that's what that is though. Maybe
prepared footage
maybe
for this
Bloodborne 2 is Dust Bloods or a spiritual successor since Sony owns the Bloodborne IP. You get
In
what I'm
addition to
saying?
what you saw today,
So
our
that makes
partners are
sense.
working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm surprised we saw a lot more games than we did the
We'll
system
showcase
though.
more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
I mean, I can't complain. I love new games, but
Next,
the whole point
please take a look at this.
is it going to be the last Nintendo game or more of the Switch? Let's see. We still don't even have a price yet, chat. What is this? Is this Kirby? It looks like it with the little star falling and stuff. Brand new Kirby game, chat. Here we go. Like I said, I mean, I'm happy for the Kirby fans, but I'm not. There you go. Told you it's a new Kirby game. Well, it's not like I don't like Kirby. It's just that I'm not really a fan of Kirby with the games, unless the game looks interesting. Like Forgotten Lands look cool, but you know, new Kirby game, that's cool. All right, he had to get his little light on before he fell. Bye bye, Kirby. What the hell? Oh, is this Air Rider? It is. Has to be Kirby's Air Rider or some shit like that. A sequel. I mean, he's definitely having a time of his life, though. It's a kart racing game. Okay. Kirby Air Ride. What did I just say? Kirby Air Ride. Riders. Wait. Did I say Kirby Air Riders the first time, chat? There's Masahiro Sakurai, the legend himself. So I guess I said it then, huh? I predicted the name of the game by mistakenly calling Kirby Air Ride Kirby Air Riders.
Which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward
Oh,
to
there's
Kirby Air
Sakurai's new
Riders,
project, chat.
directed
It's not
by
going to be
Masahiro
Smash Brothers
Sakurai.
2. But, you know, I'll play it because
Next
he made
is our
it.
last trailer for today.
Okay,
Please
last
take a
trailer.
look.
Oh, they could have just ended off with Kirby Air Ride. I think that was the tease. Okay, new Mario game. It looks like it. It looks like a new Mario game, chat. Look, there's the coins right there. Oh shit! New Mario game. Let's go. They all have eyes and shit. I wonder how this is gonna be. Probably sandbox open world again, like it was for Odyssey. But what's the title though? What's the title gonna be for this new Mario game? Ingot Isle. Or what if this is Donkey Kong? Never know. It is Donkey Kong. I hear him. Donkey Kong! What's up, my man? I can't see you. Come a little closer. There's his new face. Looks like the movie more than he does. I miss his old design already. So it's like an open world Donkey Kong game, huh? Okay. This looks fun. People are probably like, man, I want Mario. But no, Donkey Kong, that's cool though. I mean, this is the way definitely to do it. you know, everything that Odyssey did good, and Donkey Kong's, you know, playstyle and all that stuff. It's no wonder why they changed his model, chat. It does look really fun. I'm seeing a lot of smashing and grabbing and piling and jumping and all that. Looks like we'll be finding coins, golden bananas, banana coins, whatever it might be. Ooh, look, 2D side-scrolling action too. Dude. Well, it seems like he's gonna meet any new friends. I'm not seeing any of the other DK crew coming back. Banana. Oh, here we go. What's going on here? Ooh. What the hell? This is like a new group of people. I'm not even seeing these. Don't punch me. Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looks really fun, chat. Oh, that's pretty soon, chat. More than likely, they probably will have a Mario game sooner or later. They're gonna have to, but that is badass, chat. A new Donkey Kong game. We've been begging for a new one for a long ass time. This is the way it should be.
Walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
Thank you. Is that it for this? I wanted to see the menu though.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Okay, here we go.
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2
Well, I mean, you want to
website,
get the physical
which goes
version,
live
not
later
digital,
today.
so, you know. I'm going to get
We've
the
covered
physical.
a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We're very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
Why you got to make me wait, Nintendo?
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
Well, aside from the bullshit that happened, you know, that's cool. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. Oh, Treehouse. Well, there you go, chat. It's going to talk about the games in the depth for the Switch 2. Live stream April 3 to 4. Nintendo GameCube Classics. Well, I probably won't stream that. I mean, it's probably something I want to watch alone, privately. You know, kind of my own pace and whatnot. Because, to be honest with you, I'm not going to be sitting here the whole time like this. If I don't want to see the certain game, why would I want to just waste time sitting here? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Nintendo Direct Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah. Man, a whole hour presentation. Silk Song's the only noteworthy thing I watched from here. No Smash or Mario. Sorry, buddy. I guess no Mario or Smash for you. Well, I mean, they had Mario Kart, though, at least, so that's good. Now, as far as... well, they already had the release date, but still no official price. No pre-orders just yet. Maybe you won't be able to pre-order the shit at all, so avoid the things from scalpers. So they're going to massively release them the day of, and then you'll be able to get them. Better go to the store and get that shit real quickly. Maybe you could pre-order it through somewhere else, but yeah. Alrighty, chat. Well, that's the Direct. I guess we can go back and skim through so we can touch up on things. Well, let's start with the first thing that we looked at. Well, let's go to Mario Kart World. This was the best way to open up, by the way, I will say. This is honestly a game I'm super hyped up for. Not the fact that Peach is there. I got to change that. Give me one sec. All right. So, from what we can tell, this is going to be the biggest game changer for Mario Kart. It's going in a new direction now. But, like Nintendo, they somehow are able to manage to make something better than its predecessor and improve upon that. And you always wonder, how can they make it better? You know, I was even predicting last night what's going to top anti-gravity. You know what I mean? And by the way, I haven't really seen anti-gravity in here at all, so maybe that feature's cut completely. But, you know, each Mario Kart game has their own gimmick. Double Dash with 2 people, Wii with the bikes and the gyro controls, even though they brought that shit back either way. Mario Kart 7 with the paragliding and the underwater driving, 8 with the anti-gravity, and now World has this whole thing. I guess Tour was the prototype, while World just bringing the whole thing. Now, obviously I can just play all this again. But the cow grinding on that was pretty cool. And then, of course, now we got the big mushroom. That's pretty cool. We got the Hammer Brothers. You know, all kinds of things. And driving a semi-truck, new power-ups, then jumping back and forth to the wall. Like, that's badass. And then free roaming. That's cool. But I want to see this, though. And see if we can get a teaser of what our tracks are going to be. So the Mushroom Cup has Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, Whistletop Summit, and DK Spaceport. And I know for sure that Game Explain will have their little analysis video. I don't really watch Game Explain, but I do like whenever they do have things like, what do you call that shit? A analysis thing. So you have Shy Guy Bazaar, which was in 3DS, Desert Hills, Airship Fortress, which was on DS, and Wario Stadium, which was in, I don't know if that's the DS one too, or if that's, what is that one called? GameCube Double Dash or 64?
Race through 4.
See, Wario Shipyard. I think that was DS. Starview Peak. That's new. DK Pass. Oh hell yeah, they brought it back. And then Sky High Sunday.
Courses in a bid
so most of these courses are ones that they come back, but that's the thing. Like they got new ones and then they got the retro ones all mixed in. I don't know how I feel about that. I prefer to have retro cups in their own lineup of things, and then have the other ones back. Not to mention what I've seen so far. I've only seen 7 of them. They haven't unveiled the other one. So to me, it seems like they're keeping the Crown one away because they're trying to keep us hyped up for the new Rainbow Road. Because I am hyped up to see what the new Rainbow Road's going to look like. But we'll have to wait. Peach has her own stadium, Fairway Oasis, Koopa Troopa Beach. That's cool. They brought it back. And then Crown City. That's new.
First place.
And I guess that's all they're going to show. Damn. They didn't show the other tracks, which was a shame. But it's okay, though. But, you know, the fact that we get to see a whole direct on the 17th is cool. So we'll see more info, probably more tracks, talk about characters and stuff. But this game definitely did a lot of justice. And, of course, they spent like a whole fucking 5 minutes talking about game chat with the camera and all that. And, you know, this was the only thing when it came to Switch 2. All this shit right here that they covered information about the hardware. But what really kind of pissed me off is that in the presentation, they didn't really show what I was expecting them to show. Like, obviously, we saw the capabilities. We saw things in runtime. Okay, that's cool. The thing that still pissed me off is what's up with the menu, the UI, the home screen. You know what I mean? That's what I've been wanting to see. My biggest fear is that Nintendo probably just did the same thing that the Switch was. It's going to be the same boring-ass home menu with either changing your theme to white or black. Probably no music. And it's going to be the same, you know, square tiles, layouts. And then the Mii, unfortunately, I don't think they have a Mii maker. I mean, that's the thing that made the Wii so cool with the Mii channel. You know, you have a little software built in there to have fun with your Miis. The 3DS even had one too, along with Tomodachi Life and shit. But the Switch just keeps the shit as basic as it can. Now, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is coming out next year. So we're definitely going to have a full-on awesome Mii mode to be able to customize our Miis and shit like that. But I wish that we could have seen a little bit more. Now, either they're surprising us and unveiling that shit another day. But the thing is, they haven't said that they're going to have another Nintendo Direct 2 or Nintendo Direct focusing on the Nintendo Switch 2, because my thing was I was expecting games to be unveiled, right? And they did, and I'm not complaining about that. That's awesome. But I really wanted to see what the home screen was going to look like for Switch 2, all that shit. And I know you're thinking, well, it's a surprise, you know. You don't want to be spoiled right away. I get that, but I was so eager to see what the system had. You know what I mean? But I guess we have to wait and see until that time comes. Oh well. Now, as far as the games being unveiled and released, well, that's pretty cool. They have brand new games. I mean, that Age of Imprisonment looks badass for sure. You know, Nintendo Switch versions, the Nintendo Switch 2 versions of the Nintendo Switch games, and of games coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2. That's badass. I mean, at least this one, Switch 1 owners can at least play this game, but I'd rather get that game on Switch 2 because it's brand new and it looks badass. Then, of course, being able to play the Switch 2 version of these games is going to be a game changer. You know, hopefully games like Mario Odyssey will have the same thing as well, too. Lots of other games. Now, the amiibo for Street Fighter 6 is awesome, but honestly, I don't like these characters. Kimberly's cool, though, but these ones, man, like, I get why they have them, because they're the new characters exclusive to Street Fighter 6. Well, except for Luke. He came as a DLC for 5, but he's brand new and she's brand new. I mean, you gotta understand, like, where's Ryu, where's Ken, and where's Chun-Li? Those are the original. The fact that the original ones aren't there, but these ones first, it's like, man, like, you really want to have the other ones. But, you know, it is what it is. That's just one thing eventually. You'll get amiibo figures and amiibo cards compatible. Well, they better have amiibo figures for the rest, especially when it comes to Akuma. And Akuma amiibo, now that is going to be badass. But for all the Switch owners who want to play Street Fighter 6, that's cool, I guess. I mean, the memory is cool. 256 gigs, that's badass, though, you know. And, of course, now I'm going to have to save money to buy. You see what I'm saying, chat? We still don't have the official price. People are saying $400, but I still need to see it to believe it. And then you're going to have to save some money for another micro SD card. And we need to check out the website after we're done discussing this here to see if there is a limit. Because I want to try to get a big one. I want to try to at least get 1 terabyte. I have a shit ton of games on Switch. I need to make room for the Switch 2 because the Switch 2 is going to last for a very long time. Now, I'm still going to get the Switch 2 chat day 1. I'm excited for the new Mario Kart game. It's definitely something I want to buy day 1 and shit like that. And I'll probably be playing that game for a while. And then, of course, the Switch 2 versions of the Zelda games because I still have to stream those games. I haven't streamed them yet on Franman Entertainment, and that needs to come soon. And then a lot of other games, too, that will be nice to play. But as of right now, you know, okay, yeah, Elden Ring's cool, but I already have that on PC. The third-party support is good. So, Switch 2 owners, you guys will be set when it comes to games. And, of course, games that are exclusive to the Switch 2, like Hyrule Warriors. This looks badass. I mean, holy shit, this looks cool. And then, of course, the GameCube classics. Now, that's amazing, too. And then, of course, that controller. So, a lot of good things, you know, that I wasn't expecting them to show, but then they fucked up right here when they stream froze. And that pissed me off that this wasn't Bloodborne 2, but at the end of the day, remember, Sony owns the rights to Bloodborne and Demon's Souls, so you won't ever get that shit unless it's on Sony. But the Dustbloods looks almost remotely similar to Bloodborne in a way to where they can have that play style and whatnot. And we've seen a cinematic trailer of some gameplay, but I would like to see more in-depth gameplay on Dustbloods. And it's exclusive to Switch 2. Hopefully they can release it on PC, but, you know, it's a From Software game. I want to give it a try day 1, even though I still have a lot of games on the backlogs. You know, the new Kirby game, Air Riders. And the fact that I predicted that title, by the way, I was not expecting Air Riders, because I think I said Kirby Air Riders instead of Air Ride, but I have to go back and look at the stream. And then the sequel's called Air Riders. Woohoo. But, you know, that's cool. But everybody thought that was going to be the new Mario game, and then ended up being a new Donkey Kong game. But I immediately knew it was Donkey Kong as soon as I heard the rumbling, and then I was like, wait, it looks more like a Donkey Kong game than it does a Mario game. But, I mean, we were close enough, though, you know what I mean? Like, right here, I was watching this part, and I was like, wait, is this a new Mario game? I mean, it looks badass. And then I was looking at things. I looked at this. This reminded me of that same thing from Donkey Kong Country 2. King K. Rool's little, like, island part or something like that. That reminded me. And then as soon as I saw the chimps, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, it's got to be a Donkey Kong game. And that's when I changed my mind. And then I was like, well, this will seem pretty cool. And then the gameplay showed it all for sure. So Donkey Kong Bonanza looks really cool. You know, unfortunately, you're not going to play as any other chimps like in Donkey Kong 64. But, you know, again, you got to start from somewhere. It's all about Donkey Kong. So if they decide to bring Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Tiny Kong, Chunky Kong, and Lanky Kong, and all those other freaking Kongs back to sequels and stuff like that. That'd be cool. Now, as far as the new Mario game, we haven't got anything, unfortunately, so you're going to have to stick with Odyssey for the time being. But that gives me time to play it if I decide to stream that, though, before the new Mario game comes out. But I'm probably going to be playing that Mario Kart game first before anything. So at least we get Mario Kart, though, and Mario Kart Wars looks fun. Overall, chat, I think the presentation went good. Like I said, I really wish I could have seen a little bit more features from the Switch 2. I mean, they showed us the things that they did improve upon, like the game chat, the camera, and the online stuff. But I really wish they could have went more in depth with the system itself. I was expecting one of the developers to say, here on the system, here's what the menu looks like. And then you get to see we have themes, we have this, we have that. Maybe they may have another trailer revealing that stuff right before the system gets launched. But my fear is if we don't get anything and then the system gets released and we're like, man, this is the same shit again like the Switch 1, that would be a disappointment. While the Switch 2 has improved upon everything so far, and I've seen the hardware capabilities and the software capabilities, it looks great, the things that we still want to see aren't there yet. And it's the little things, the themes, the music, the actual Mii mode, not just the little thing that you have to go to the settings and create your Mii as an avatar. You know what I mean? Thankfully, the Miis have a game like Tomodachi Life, because for a while when the Switch came out, we thought the Miis were abandoned. And we're like, man, that's going to suck. The Miis aren't going to come back no more. But the fact that the Miis themselves are getting acknowledged and they're having a new game, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, that's cool. Like this, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. But that one app feature, though, to get the Korok seeds and you have, you know, voice activation that tells you where to go, that's cool. That's going to be a nice little feature to do. I have to test that out whenever I get the Switch 2 versions for Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild. But I am still kind of pissed off that why do you have to pay for a pack to own the Switch 2 version when you should be able to have it for free? That's the one thing Sony does have right. As soon as I got the PS5, I got Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS4, and I was able to get the PS5 version for free. Yes, you still have to, well, I have the disc version. You still have to put in the PS4 disc, so that way you can get the PS5 version of the game to load on there. Even though you still have to download it online and it still has to be on there. You can't just download the digital version of it. It's so, I mean, I guess you could, but it takes up more room. I don't know. Like, it's weird how that works, but it's free. That's all I have to say. But with Nintendo, yes, I get it. Your Switch 1 games are backwards compatible with your Switch 2. But if that game is Switch 2 supported to have enhanced features that your Switch 2 can provide, why would you play the Switch 1 version, you know? My thing is, what they should do with the Switch 2, you put your Switch 1 cartridge in the Switch 2, right? And then from there, you have the Switch 2 version. Now all you have to do is just buy that little pack, and then you have to download the Switch 2 version on the Switch 2, but you have the physical copy of it. You still have to have the physical copy to play that. And it's bullshit, because now your Switch 2 is going to take up more room and data because you need the Switch 2 version of that game on the Switch 1 while you have the Switch 1 on there. And then if you have it digitally, you just have to download the Switch 2 version of it and then delete the Switch 1 version to save space. And I mean, I don't know. Like, they haven't really showcased real time on how that works. That's what I was really expecting them to show. I mean, they showed the presentation of it, yeah, but I still wanted to see how it worked in real time. Like, okay, so you get this version, you know, you got the red cartridge and you got the Switch 1 cartridge, but they should have at least, you know, told you, hey, you download this version and all that.
Stuff is
and the video's unavailable. What the hell? Wait, why did they private it already? What the hell? Well, I guess it's because, you know, live stream and all that shit. And there's all the other stuff. No, there it is. It's right there. Damn, 107,000 views. That's crazy, chat. It should have been more than that, of course, but you know how YouTube is. They have to update all that shit. Like I said, for what it is, though, it's good. The Silk Song clip, everybody in that Silk Song. A bit disappointed that you have to pay for the console's tutorial game. Yeah, I feel like that was another thing that was disappointing. Thanks to that user though for pointing that out, because I forgot about that. A game like that, that's basically a tutorial on how the Switch 2 works, should have been free. Sony once again did a better job of having Astro's Playroom for free as a tech demo for you to showcase the features on your PS5. Why do you have to pay for a tutorial game? If it's $5, whatever, but even then it still should have been free. There's no reason for that shit to have a price tag on it. But I will say, 4K Nintendo, that is crazy to hear that though, chat. And as far as that, yeah, like I said, no actual price reveal does piss me off. I mean, it makes no sense. Like that was what I was waiting for, was a price tag, and then that lag was insane. And then this being an exclusive, that was insane too. Dustbloods, I still can't get over it, chat. Like I said, good things about the Direct, but also bad things about it, like I've already discussed. It just kind of pissed me off a little bit, but for what it was though, it's still good. I just wish that with this one, you didn't have to pay to get the Switch 2 versions, you know? Like, why do you have to pay a pack? You should be able to just download it if you own a physical copy or a digital copy of Switch 1. That's really all I have to say. Hopefully Nintendo can do something about that, because I don't agree with the whole having to pay for the pack, because it makes no sense whatsoever to be paying for that shit. But it's still a much better improvement. A lot of other good shit that makes the system going forward into having a bunch of other things coming out. Like I said, Nintendo ain't perfect, and they still should have copied exactly how Sony had it. Like, they shouldn't charge for that tech tutorial game. And when it comes to that packs, you shouldn't have to pay for it. You should be able to get it for free. Unless I watched or read it wrong. I'm trying to go back to find it. Let me see. I'll go to the Direct. Let me see. Where was it at, chat?
We've introduced...
All right. Oh, here it is, right here.
If you're interested...
Starting Switch 2 will only work from Switch for features. Which you
system data
could also
the new
be
system.
an Ask Switch.
And now,
oh yeah, we have to
you'll
go to
check that
the developer website too, chat.
launch date on
Oh wait,
June
that might
5th,
answer our
so please wait.
question.
Now, Switch 2 games.
Okay.
Improved visuals, unique
Man, at first when they said this, I thought it was gonna be
ways
DS
to
and
play
shit.
the Nintendo Switch.
I thought trailers and shit.
In our game, will be players who
Oh, here you go, right here.
20 own Super Mario Party Jamboree.
So you upgrade to Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Okay, so I have this version. I have a physical copy of Super Mario Party Jamboree. There's a game add-on. Well, I understand why you have to pay, because DLC. You see what I'm saying?
Can upgrade to
So
Nintendo
that makes sense
Switch
to get the
2.
pack. But for the other things, like this one, you shouldn't have to pay for these. You should be able to get these for free.
Adventures in feature game-specific service. You can. We hope these features will make your adventures even more.
Well, good thing I went back. Maybe I had it wrong. Well, that's the thing about showing Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition first is showing the pack, because to me, when I saw it in the beginning about almost an hour ago on this part, I thought that you had to pay for the Switch 2 edition. The reason why I had got confused is because Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition has that extra little DLC, which I do understand why you have to pay for that. It's a whole new mode, and for the Switch 2 version, it makes sense why you got to pay for it. So, my apologies, chat. I read that wrong, but from what I know, from what they showed, because of this one, I wanted to go back to this example just to double check. I think Nintendo is doing the thing where if you do own the Switch 1 version, so Zelda, for instance, I own both, you'll be able to get the Switch 2 version for free. Whether you have it physical or digital, you still have to download the Switch 2 version of the game. If you have it physical, you have to put the cartridge in. It'll read it as a Switch 1, but you'll be able to play the Switch 2 version because it says, oh, you own this game, and you have the Switch 2 version, So we'll be able to play and run the Switch 2 version. It's just that you have to have the cartridge basically as the license to play the downloaded version of Switch 2. And that's the thing that does piss me off. But, I mean, you can't just go to the store and say, hey, I have a physical copy of Breath of the Wild. It's Switch 1. Can I get the Switch 2 version? You can't just simply just trade it in like that. You know what I mean? They don't have like a trading program where you can do that. And not to mention, who the hell wants to do that? Most of these collectors want to get a physical copy of Breath of the Wild Switch 2 version and then put it on their shelves. You know what I mean? Because the Switch 2. But I don't know if Nintendo's going to have a Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Super Mario Party Jamboree physically. But that hasn't been confirmed yet. They may have it physically. And if that's the case, people are going to go to the store, buy the same game that they had 8 years ago. So they're going to buy Breath of the Wild. They're going to buy the Switch 2 version, and they'll have it a copy. And that's the only way that you'll be able to do it without having to download the Switch 2 version on your Switch 2, taking a lot of space because you'll have it physically. And then you could put your Switch 1 copies up in its case on the shelf wherever, because you'll be using the Switch 2 version with the red cartridge that you bought from the store. The only downside is that you have to pay for it. Who the hell in the right mind is going to be paying $60 or $70 for the same game they bought 8 years ago when they can download it for free? Hell, I don't even have the PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I only have the PS4 version on the physical disc, but I got the digital version on PS5. You see what I'm saying? So that's just me, but more than likely they probably will have Switch 2 versions of those games on a physical form in the future at the stores. That will come in good time. But for now, like I said, we're not all content creators that have money to spend like that, or rich people to be able to just buy another copy of it. Unless you really, really like that game so bad, go for it. I mean, I would love to own the Switch 2 version, physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. But the fact that it's the same game and it was all that, it's like PS4, PS5 all over again. You know, it's like, why? But then again, people are like, well, you own the Wii U version of this game and you bought the Switch version. Right, but there's a difference between that. It's a quality of life change between it was on Wii U and the Switch, not to mention what's available. Are those Wii U games available brand new, or are those Wii U systems available brand new? No, and they're kind of hard to get. So it makes sense to get the Switch version, and the Switch version is better by default. But since the Switch 1 is still selling like hotcakes, and it's presumably going to sell for like another year or two before the Switch 2 fully takes over, they're still going to have those games available on Switch 1. Though there really is no reason to get the Switch 2 version until Nintendo decides to pull all the physical copies of the Switch 1 from the shelves, and the only way you can get the physical version of it is if you go to the vintage stock or a local game store and get it for used. You won't get it new no more, unless they still sell it new, because they're just trying to sell off the rest that's been mass produced of the copies that they have of that game. You know what I'm saying? But I would look out for that, chat. There probably will be Switch 2 version of those games, so get your money set up, because you're going to be collecting the same shit that you had. And looking at my shelf there, all those games that I had on Switch 1, whatever's the Switch 2 version, you have to go to the store and buy the physical version of it. But the smartest thing to do is just download the digital version for free and go from there. So now it's a good time, chat, to not buy the Switch 1 version of any games unless you're not going to get the Switch 2 right away. I would highly suggest, if you don't own a certain game that came out on Switch, just wait till the Switch 2 comes out so you can get the Switch 2 version of it. Unless you're a diehard collector and you have to have the physical copy and the box art of Switch 1 and Switch 2. Since I already got Switch 1 shit, more than likely in the future, if I have that extra money to spend, I will probably get Switch 2 versions of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, physical versions, of course, so I can add that to my collection. And not to mention, the one thing that I will say is cool is I'll be able to save more room and storage on my Switch 2, because I don't have to have the digital version of it take up on my system if I got the physical version of it already. You know what I'm saying? On the red cartridge. But that's what you have to work on right now. Not the fact that I went into a full-on 5-7 minute detail on that shit, chat. But overall, like I said, I did like the Direct. I'm disappointed that we still don't have a price tag. I wish we could have had that. I mean, at least we got the release date, June 5th. That's good. I mean, that's soon. I mean, holy shit. I mean, I move next month, so by the time I get all my shit moved in and all that, then I have to get ready for this Switch 2 to come out, so I'm going to have to work some extra overtime so I can have some overtime money to get the games and the Switch 2 that I want. And then definitely got to get this game. This game looks so much fun, chat. I'm not a big fan of the Warriors type hack and slash games, but when it's Zelda, I don't mind that shit. Age of Calamity was a lot of fun. Hyrule Warriors was a lot of fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing the Age of Imprisonment. Not to mention you get to play as the characters that were only NPCs. But it's crazy because this is the first time that you don't see Link at all playable in the trailer. Will he be playable? Maybe, like after the game's finished, because Link is in another area because he's in a different timeline. But this should explain what happened to Zelda and all her friends and family from this game leading up to the events of Tears of the Kingdom. But hopefully they don't pull no pseudo-sequel bullshit like they did with Age of Calamity. That pissed me off, that Age of Calamity went in a way where they had the little guy go back in time to bring in the descendants of the 4 original champions, and then they all survived and shit, and then everybody had a happy ending. Well, I do like the fact that the champions lived. I was expecting that game, Age of Calamity, to have it to where they were going to die, and I was going to be like, man, I have to go through their death. That's going to suck, because you didn't see that in Breath of the Wild. I was expecting a cutscene of all 4 champions dying, and then going from there, and then it was going to be a bittersweet ending, because Zelda was going to be locked away trying to stop Calamity Ganon, while Link has to be asleep for 100 years, and then Breath of the Wild takes place. But they went a pseudo-sequel way where the descendants came back in time to help their ancestors out and make sure that the divine beasts weren't brainwashed and controlled by the Calamity from Ganon. And then from there, it goes to this whole different approach to an ending where Calamity Ganon's form is like his human form. You fight him, and then he's just gone for good, and everybody lives and has a happy ending. Because the little guy went back in time to warn and pull him back and shit. I get it, it's different, but that was a problem. Koei Tecmo should have never did that shit. They should have just kept it faithful with the story. So, Age of Imprisonment, hopefully it doesn't have no pseudo-sequel bullshit like Age of Calamity, but we'll have to wait and see. But it looks really fun, though. I mean, it looks super fun. Definitely looks a lot more fun, too, because you got, I forgot her name, Miru, I think that's her name. She got a little constructs building, and she's shooting rockets. That's going to be badass. And then, of course, you know how Age of Calamity had the Sheikah Slate, and you had all those abilities. This time you would have those abilities as well. Well, you're not playing as Link, so you don't have your arm using. But this will be something. Am I expected to see Link at all in the game? Yes, but probably at the end, after you beat the main game, Link will come back, and then you get to play as him. But I feel like Zelda's going to be a lot more focused on this game than it is Link, because it's taking place in the timeline that she fell in whenever Tears of the Kingdom took place. You know, when the game first started. She goes back in time, Link's arm gets messed up, and then shit happens. So it'll be something different and fun. But overall, like I said, presentation went smooth, except for that bullshit that happened here that pissed me off for a little bit. Oh well. Wasn't as important, though. It was more of just third-party support and stuff. The new dock looks awesome. It's got a cooler. It should have had a cooler to begin with. I mean, I never thought I would hear 4K and Nintendo at the same time, chat, so that's pretty cool. I'm still pissed off that you have to pay for this game. As soon as he said paid, digital only, that pissed me off. Come on, Nintendo. At least make the game free. Like, Sony went out of their way to make Astro's Playroom. It's a fun game and so much shit to do. And it gave you a tech demo for Astrobot. And then here you have this pretty cool game. Oh, it's like a whole tutorial, you know, whole game manual, but in the form of a game. Okay, cool. Mini games, we get to play, we get to learn the information about the Switch too. That's cool. Oh, by the way, you have to pay for it. You fucking kidding me? I mean, if it's $5, whatever, but I doubt it. This is Nintendo. It's gonna be $20 $30, $40 max. Who the hell is going to pay for this shit? But us as Nintendo fans should be like, hey, don't pay for this shit. Wait to see what Nintendo does, and then wait for that shit to be free. It's happened before. That's what I would do. Why the hell would I pay for this shit? I'm sorry. I mean, it's a pretty much a big-ass manual to learn everything about the Switch 2 and how to use your new system. Why couldn't it just be free? Yeah, I know it's got games and shit, and I know it takes a lot of work and it costs them money to make it, but there's certain things that you can do to make it free. I don't know, but if it has a lot of content, if it has a story mode that I'm unaware of where you get to do a bunch of shit, or you know how like Astrobot has this little thing where he's in a system and then all the systems come together with this little mascot from Nintendo, like the GameCube, the 64, we're shooting a bunch of aliens and saving our little friends like an Astrobot, then I would pay for this shit. But this is like a tech demo for the Switch 2. I'm not seeing that kind of Astrobot-esque kind of thing. The fact that I'm even bringing up Sony and comparing this shit, like the fact that Sony did certain things better than Nintendo in modern days says a lot. Because Astrobot was amazing. But like I said, I know two different things, but the title says Welcome Tour. I expected this shit to just be a free software so you could have fun with it, see what Nintendo did, but now they're still going to make you pay for it. Classic Nintendo chat. And I don't think I really have much else to say about this. Like I said, I already had everything I had to say about this Nintendo Direct. Like I said, everything is cool. Like the controllers are cool. But again, no official price. And I didn't see the menu that I wanted to see. I didn't see no themes. And then they have two versions. They have a digital version of Mario Kart World. And then they have the regular. But it just pisses me off. Like, why couldn't it be physical? If this was back in the day, it would have been physical. But this saves them more money to make it digital. That just pisses me off, you know. And there's really nothing different about this version or that version. And I know what you're thinking. Should you just wait until an OLED version comes out or another version comes out with the bundle? I mean, there's definitely going to be a holiday bundle for sure because the game's coming out in June. That gives Nintendo at least 6 months to get ready for the holidays to release a Switch 2 bundle with the games that'll come out later this year. Because more than likely, there probably might be another Nintendo Direct soon in June showcasing more games that's going to come out for the remainder of this year and new games that will be coming out for next year and for the remainder of this year. But we have to wait and see until that time comes. But for now, we'll have to stick with Nintendo Switch 2 shit here and then all of this. Hopefully, they'll have different colors soon. I mean, by default, it's going to be red and blue. So if you guys like that classic gray shit, which I don't know why the hell you would because gray is boring, you know, you'll have all that. But, you know, that's cool, I guess. So what advice should I give you guys as far as other things go? Oh, I didn't even lock in my camera overlay, by the way. Ah, there we go. I locked it. I was about to move it by mistake. Okay, chat. So the bottom line is, when it comes to the Switch 2 shit, I would recommend you wait for a little while before you pick up a Switch 2 day one on June 5th. Because if you guys remember, I'm going to search it up real quickly. This shit's hilarious. Acrobat, pretty funny YouTube channel. Is that his name? Not Acrobat. God damn it. What was his name? I'm going to search up Switch Painful Lunch. No, Crowbat. That's what I meant. Crowbat. Crowcat. God damn. Yeah, see this video right here? This video cracked me up. As soon as the Switch was released, there was a bunch of shit. I'm trying to skim through this. I don't want to get copyrighted for this. But here's an example here. When people got their Switch 1 on launch date, there was a bunch of issues here. This shit was hilarious.
Wow.
Demonic.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. This really pissed me off when I first saw this on the Switch one day. Hopefully, Switch 2 has themes and music and a proper meme mode because I get it. At the time, this was okay. Nobody gave a shit because we were excited for the system itself. But the fact that we had this shit for eight years and there hasn't been anything else implemented for Switch 2 and we haven't seen that shit yet, it's pissing me off. Damn.
Oh,
Yep. Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about that too because Nintendo fixed that, at least with their new Joy-Cons. See that shit? I used to watch this video all the time. It's hilarious. I don't know why I haven't liked it. But yeah, chat, it's one of my favorite videos to watch every once in a while, just for shits and gigs, just to laugh at it. But aside from the jokes, chat, this is a general main concern. The Switch 1 had a painful launch. Not to say that every Switch got affected, because I bought the shit launch day, but you know why I bought it? It's because of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I wasn't going to wait. I was going to play that game right away. That was the game to make me buy a Switch day one. Now, the Switch 2, I am a big fan of Mario Kart. Mario Kart looks fun as hell, and I'm a content creator and a streamer. I want to be able to get to Mario Kart as much as I can while the game's hyped and trend, so I can garner in some more fans for the channel, because my channel's dying. But anyways, in a general consent to the public out there, if you guys aren't really that big on Mario Kart or not a fan of Mario Kart at all, or any other games that they have unveiled in the Nintendo Direct that you don't really care about getting on launch date, and if you're the type 2, like me, for instance, that gets Nintendo systems specifically to play Nintendo games, and you have a PC like me, because you know it's much better to get the PC version of a game on there, I would highly suggest you wait until more games get released on the Nintendo Switch 2. You got Mario Kart day one, so that's good. But if you're not a fan of Mario Kart, I would highly suggest that you wait, you know, before you get your Switch 2. If you're planning on getting it later on in the year, look out for deals, look out for holiday bundles, because there could be something. There could be that one game that you'll be able to get this year, like Donkey Kong Bonanza, for instance, and you want to get that game. Then yeah, wait for the holidays to come out and then get that game at that time along with the Switch 2. Save up on getting your memory, screen protectors, you know, Joy-Con protectors when they release those when the system comes out, and then you can get everything else that you need for your new system, cases and all that other stuff, because you're gonna need that case to bring with you. The case that I have for my Switch 1 isn't gonna be able to fit the Switch 2. Since the size difference is gonna be too big to fit in, so I'm gonna have to go buy a new case. I bought one that looks like the Sheikah Slate. Give me 1 second, chat. Gotta get in here. This is the one I have for my Switch. It's badass. But this is only for the Switch 1, though. So I need to find one. If you guys have anybody that you guys know that, and this was a custom case, by the way, so I got it from somebody. I don't know where the hell I got it from, but it's badass, though. If you guys know anybody that has a Zelda Tears of the Kingdom design for that Switch 2 when it comes out, let me know, because I will buy that shit in a heartbeat. And it's got a pouch and everything too. It's badass. But yeah, chat, I would highly suggest you wait. Will I get the Switch 2 on launch day? I already told you. It's going to happen. You know me. I don't give a shit. I want to get my system right away. I want to get my screen protectors, my cases, all that stuff, all on day one. And yeah, we got GameCube classics too, so now I can properly play GameCube games on the Switch. But, you know, depending on how that goes, I'll probably still be rocking that emulator. You just can't beat Dolphin. And especially because there is no Mario Eclipse. Come on now. I know people have modded their Switch to play Eclipse, but, I mean, that mod is so good. It's just much better and easier for me to do on Dolphin. But the times will come, though. I still have to support Nintendo in this way because they have their things released on their system now. And I did say I was going to play it properly if they did, in fact, put it there. But, you know, it's a convenience. And they're old games. It's not like they're selling them. And I still pay for their membership. And I own the games physically. Old-ass games from a long time ago. So I still should be able to have the thing to be able to play them as any way I want. But yeah. Woo! Holy shit, chat. Give me 1 second. I said a lot that I had to say, but I don't know how you guys feel. I know the chat's pretty quiet. Normally my audience is asleep because I do nighttime streams, but this shit will still be on here, though, on the VOD. So if you guys are watching this video on demand, let me know in the comments down below. What'd you guys think about that Direct in a whole? Are you excited for it? Are you not? Are you going to wait and hold down the Switch 2? Because like I said, I think you guys should hold off if you're not fans of Mario Kart or those other games. Just wait until there's that game that you know, oh, I have to have a Switch 2. Switch 1 won everybody because of Zelda, but Switch 2 just doesn't have that launch. We'll wait and see, though. Like I said, my mind could change. People might just get it, because you know people will get anything. But let's check out that website, chat. Let's go to Nintendo.com and see what we got. There's a developer website. Ask the developer. There it is. 34 minutes ago, chat. Alrighty, let's see here. Ask the developer, Volume 16, Nintendo Switch 2, Part 4. Let's see if we can get those questions answered. Check out the rest of the interview. Part 4. Let's see, Part 1. What is this shit? Site can't be reached. How lovely. God damn it, Nintendo. I feel like everybody's on this website right now. Well, I guess we're on Part 4. Okay, here we go, chat. I'll read this for you guys. Here we go. Part 4, New Standard. Sorry, God damn it, dude. Body's going crazy over here and shit. Okay, here we go. A new standard. I'm sure that those who already own Nintendo Switch games will be delighted that they can play them on the Nintendo Switch 2. Did you already decide on this functionality when you were first playing the development of the new dedicated game system? Right from the beginning, we wanted the new system to be able to play Switch games, but back then, we were told there'd be technical challenges. By the way, I mean, the technical challenges were there from Switch 1 either way, so it makes sense for them to wait till the Switch 2 came out and technology got better. Dota says, when we first started Switch 2 development, the focus was on enhancing its performance as hardware, namely, expanding its capacity. So, compatibility was a lower priority. For example, Nintendo DS games were playable on 3DS, and Wii games were playable on Wii U, but it was difficult to achieve the same level of compatibility with Switch 2 because the hardware design approach was different from those systems. Sasaki said it's tricky to explain. Maybe the easiest way to understand is that the methods used to achieve compatibility between Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS and between Switch and Switch 2 are completely different. Kawamoto says, simply put, those systems were compatible because the 3DS contained Nintendo DS hardware and Wii U contained Wii hardware, but the Switch 2 doesn't contain any Switch hardware. That's true. Does that mean that the Switch and Switch 2 aren't compatible at hardware level? Sasaki explains that exactly. This time we decided to take on the challenge of using new technology to run Switch games. So it's all brand new, chat. It's not even emulated. That's insane. Dota says if we try to use the technology like software emulators 22, we have to run Switch 2 at full capacity. But that would mean the battery wouldn't last so long. So we did something that's somewhere in between a software emulator and hardware compatibility. Oh, okay. So it's like a hybrid. I was half right, I guess. 22, software program that imitates certain hardware, commonly used to run old software on a new device and requires higher processing power than the original device. Sasaki says this is getting a bit technical, but the process of converting game data for Switch to run on Switch 2 is performed on a real-time basis as the data is read in. Is it like having Switch games simultaneously translated for Switch 2? Sasaki says that's right. Although we made the technological preparations at first, we weren't quite sure whether it would be able to maintain proper compatibility. Dota says, but if a new feature like Game Chat is available not only for Switch 2 games, but also for Switch games, I thought it would create chemistry that would enrich the gameplay and add completely new experiences. So, with that in mind, we decided we wanted the new system to run all Switch games, as far as that's possible. If we couldn't achieve that, it wouldn't feel like a worthy successor to Switch. Being able to say, Switch games will run on Switch 2, was one of the goals we wanted to aim for. Kawamoto says, we consulted with Sasaki-san again and again saying, it'd be great if it works, but what do you think? And even Sasaki-san was like, I don't know about that, ha ha ha. Sasaki says, there are some games that ran well due to the Switch system's hardware configuration. Switch 2, on the other hand, has increased processing capabilities and an expanded memory capacity, which could theoretically cause some of those games to stop working. We weren't so confident at first, but as we tested games one by one, we found out that some issues could be solved by making improvements. This process helped us build confidence that, while we might not be able to solve everything, we can work it out for many games. Does that mean you're checking each game from the huge library of Switch titles to make sure they're all compatible? Sasaki says, oh yes, we're checking them all, one by one. More than 10,000 games in total. God damn, they've been working their asses off. 10,000, that's a huge number. Kalamata says, even with all those checks, it might not be that all Switch games run perfectly in time for the launch of Switch 2, but we will continue our efforts so that we can support as many Switch games as possible. Of course, it's not physically possible to support certain games like the Labo 23 Toy-Con 04 VR kit, which was designed to fit the dimensions of the Switch hardware as the sizes don't match. That's one thing, too, to keep your Switch 1. If you're a big fan of Nintendo Labo, which is hard to get now, make sure that you keep that because you won't be able to do that for Switch 2 unless they make a Labo sequel, which I don't know if they will. Okay, 23 says is a series of Switch software released between April of 2018 and April 2019. Assembling the included sheets of cardboard according to the instructions that combine them with the Nintendo Switch system, players could create and play with a variety of accessories known as Toy-Con, including a piano, fishing rod, motorbike, and robot. Joy-Con controllers of the Switch are required to play on the Switch 2. Dota says, we assume players will think it's natural for Switch games to run on Switch 2, and of course, we thought that it should be that way too. So in order to achieve this somehow, we challenged ourselves to implement a new solution. You mentioned the new technology is used to achieve compatibility, but are there situations where playing Switch games on Switch 2 will enhance the gameplay experience? Okay, here's a long one right here. Get ready. Dota says, when we tried running Switch games on Switch 2, there were some where loading times become faster, or game performance became more stable. So we realized that the overall gameplay experience could improve. And as mentioned previously, Game Chat will also be available for Switch games that are played on Switch 2. Even for previously released games, there are opportunities to add value in the sense that it can enhance and change the gameplay experience. We understand that people buy new hardware so they can play new games created for it. So we have developed Switch 2 with that in mind. However, it's safe to say that Switch 2 is a system with new strengths in the sense that it adds value to Switch games that players already own. We'll take advantage of those strengths in the future to further enhance the gameplay experience of Switch games. We believe there are many things we can do, such as making Switch games compatible with GameShare through free updates, as well as leveraging Switch 2 processing's power to enable games to run in higher resolution and with a smoother frame rate. Dota says yes. We're preparing a function so that users can easily transfer Switch data to Switch 2 using their Nintendo accounts 24. This transfer from Switch to Switch 2 is actually the first transfer that moves the account as a whole. Before Switch, players needed to create a new account for each new hardware generation. I remember that shit in the Wii U era was a pain in the ass, and the 3DS. Since we established Nintendo accounts and supported them on Switch, we've made various efforts to expand their use beyond our dedicated gaming systems. I think it's natural for our customers to assume that those accounts, which they have used for various purposes other than gaming, can be used as is on the new system. Waiting for a free account that is required to use various Nintendo services such as the eShop as well as network services on the Switch. Sasaki says the accounts are linked to customers' important information and we believe it's our mission to treat them with care. For our customers also, it's crucial that their accounts and data, which they have used until now, can be transferred without any loss. We are working to ensure that the transfer is as secure and stress-free as possible. Dota says, speaking of transferring, I expect many people who buy Switch 2 already own a Switch. They might wonder which system they should use to play the digital games, but with virtual game cards, they can load and eject digital games between Switch and Switch 2, just like you would with the physical game card. This feature can also be used among Switch systems as well as the Switch 2 systems. We originally developed it with the idea in mind that many players will continue to play both Switch and Switch 2 after Switch 2 is launched, so you can continue to keep using both systems. So if you use the virtual game card feature, you can also do things like lending your digital games to other family members. Apart from this, are there any other features returning from Switch that benefit from the Switch 2 system's capabilities? Yeah, I said it right this time. Dota says, thanks to the system's performance capabilities, the eShop on Switch 2 has been improved and runs smoothly even when displaying a large number of games. We believe the act of finding the game you want to play it itself part of the game system experience. Kawamoto says also there's a feature on the eShop called Game Finds for You, which lets you quickly see screenshots and watch introduction videos for games. Like this one, for instance. Oh, here you go. This is new. This is how the new, I guess this is how the new shop looks. No music though, unfortunately. Of course, that's Splatoon 3 and shit. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You hear the sound effects though? That's different. You're caught up with this week's finds. So I wondered if the Switch 2, those are the new sound effects for the systems. What the hell? Why did the quality just diminish out of nowhere? Oh well. Well, at least we got to see a teaser what the eShop looks like. It's not orange, it's red now, I guess. But no music. Oh well. Maybe that'll change with the update, hopefully. For the price of each software, please visit the Nintendo eShop. This feature is displayed according to the language of the country/region set in the Nintendo account and the language set in the console. With this feature, I think players will be able to easily find something interesting without having to search every nook and cranny of Nintendo eShop. Sasaki says, I think it was a big deal for us that, with the improvement of the system's processing capability, we were able to take our goals one step forward. First, we prioritized making the system appeal to as many players as possible. Then we shifted our focus to improving the player's experience. The team came together to create something with that goal in mind. So far, we've talked about the advances that Switch 2 brings, such as the larger screen, the processing speed that enables various gameplay experiences, the Joy-Con 2 controllers, which have been redesigned from scratch, and its compatibility with Switch. However, we haven't touched on the name yet. How'd you land on the name Nintendo Switch 2? This should be pretty obvious by now. Here we go. Kawamoto says there were a lot of ideas for the name, and we really struggled to find the right one. We've even considered ideas like Super Nintendo Switch. However, Super NES, which came out after the NES, couldn't play NES games. Since Switch 2 can play Switch games, it didn't feel right to use the same naming convention as Super NES. Switch 2 is a new system with improved performance, but we like players who got their hands on it not to focus on the specs, but rather to think of it as the latest system developed by Nintendo. So, in the hope that it becomes the new standard for the Switch, we named it to Switch 2. And honestly, that's a good smart move in a marketing sense and a business sense for Nintendo, because if in fact they did call it the Super Nintendo Switch, which would have been funny by the way, it would have been just like the NES of Super Nintendo, because a lot of parents back in the 80s were like, don't you already have a Nintendo? Yeah, but this one's Super. What's the difference? I don't know. It's just Super, and because it's not called the NES number 2, they didn't explain, oh, well, this game does play your old 8-bit games on this 16-bit console. That was never like that, you know what I mean? Backwards compatibility for Nintendo systems did not show up until the Nintendo Wii, first generation only, to be able to play your GameCube games. And then, of course, Wii U, be able to play Wii. Switch is Switch. Obviously, there was nothing else to do, but they released the games that were on those systems to there. And then now we have Switch 2 with Switch 1. And, of course, they took the same idea from Sony when they have been naming all their systems since 1994 with the original PlayStation to naming them after numbers, like you're supposed to. Not to mention, the PS2 is still the most highest selling system of all time. The Switch 1 might beat it, though. But you can see where Sony went from there. Naming their systems after numbers greatly helped them in the marketing sense and people to be able to get them. Even though the PS3 and the PS5 has been wonky, PS1, PS2, and PS4 were good for Sony. So I'm actually glad that they did do this shit. And then explains NES and Super Nintendo. I'm not going to go through that. All right, back to the interview. We're halfway there, chat. Bear with me. Dota says, that's right. From the beginning of development, we wanted Switch 2 to be a system that can be enjoyed by a wide variety of players. This hasn't changed from Switch to Switch 2. I also wanted to create an experience that as many players as possible could enjoy rather than an experience made specifically for those who prefer high-performance hardware. So we wanted a name that would communicate simply to potential customers that if you're considering buying a Switch, Nintendo Switch 2 is the newest system. Sasaki says, I thought the name was simple and easy to understand since development began with the idea that Switch 2 could be a proper successor to Switch. Yes, everybody knows that. Dota says, we really struggled because there are so many different ideas, but in the end, after lots and back and forth, we all agreed that it should be Nintendo Switch 2 after all. Thank you. So that's how the name came to be. To conclude, can I ask each of you how you like players to enjoy Switch 2? Sasaki says, we packed the technology development team's devotion into every aspect of this hardware, the system software, and the network services with the hope that everyone will enjoy playing new games on this new dedicated gaming system from Nintendo. After all, games are fun. They're supposed to be fun. So we just wish for everyone to genuinely enjoy playing Switch 2 without worrying about all the technical details, which is why people still prefer consoles over PCs. Makes sense. Dota says, going forward, new games will continue to be released not only by Nintendo, but also by our publishing partners. leading to brand new gameplay experiences. In that sense, it will be no different from past hardware. So I hope everyone will look forward to that part of Switch 2. Since Switch could be taken on the go in handheld mode, I think it blended in more into the daily lives of players compared to the past game systems, with many becoming attached to it as their own personal Switch system. We prepared various features, such as ensuring compatibility for Switch games and smooth system transfers using the accounts. So I hope everyone will warmly welcome Switch 2 as their own new personal system. We discussed that for developers, releasing games on Switch 2 will add new value to the software through features like the game chat. But it sounds like current Switch users will also be able to enjoy those benefits on Switch 2 with their existing libraries of games, allowing them to get even more enjoyment out of their new system. Lastly, Kawamoto-san, please. Kawamoto says, I'm repeating myself, but since Switch 2 is a new dedicated gaming system, I simply like everyone to thoroughly enjoy the games. As a person who makes gaming systems, there's nothing more important than this. I hope players will enjoy games like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, which are made possible because of the Switch 2 system's capabilities. And games like Drag X Drive and Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 Edition, along with the Jamboree TV, they leverage the new features of Switch 2. I also think that the existing Switch games can be enjoyed even more with features like the larger screen and with game chat. I hope that this new system, Switch 2, which supports both compatible Switch games as well as Switch 2 exclusive games, will become the new standard, which once again goes to show why it had to be named on Switch 2. And yes, the fact that now we'll be able to experience the same games that we loved 8 years ago, like Breath of the Wild, and of course the recent Tears of the Kingdom with the Switch 2 version, that's definitely going to be a lot better. And not to mention, it's going to be a lot more enjoyable and a breath of fresh air and an experience when I decide to live stream that on Franman Entertainment, everybody. So I'm glad I decided to wait, because if I were to do it now, I would be like, well, shit, I want to wait for the Switch 2 version. So good thing I'm waiting for that one, but I will get to those games soon. And last but not least, it was fascinating to hear the passion that went into creating the Switch 2. I'm looking forward to the new gameplay experiences that will become the new standard in the future. Thank you very much. And that's that. Here's part 1, part 2, and part 3. They're not working right now. The links are broken for some reason. Oh, no, they work. But I'm not going to read all this shit. It talks about more of the controllers and all this other shit. What is this? Oh. You see that? Okay, well, you see, I didn't know that they had like a real-time demonstration here. And then here's the new controller. Okay, this looks badass, though. Got a little scuffy part right there, too. So that does help. Okay, let's check out part 1. Anything new? Here you go. Let's see. Oh, I think they're talking about the capabilities, how it looks. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see the difference here since I'm streaming, but... Well, it seems like... Yeah, obviously there's not much of a difference. It still looks the same. It almost seems like I'm just watching random ass things, but I have to read into the context. I'm just kind of going over with it. Yeah. So that was that. And there's the game chat. The microphone. Well, I mean, let's see what we saw. But, yep, as of right now, chat, there is, and I repeat, there is no pre-orders. And they're always making their thing. The Verge made theirs as well. People are already making all this shit. Vampire game for Switch 2. But it's not Bloodborne 2. And it pissed me off, man. That pissed me off so much. It's not Bloodborne 2. Ah! It is what it is. Well, they are going to have a Switch 2 experience, though, before the system comes out. Here's the official website. All right. Here we go, chat. Let's take a look. Releasing in 2025. Well, we already know the release date is June 5. I guess they haven't updated it just yet. Yeah, see, they haven't updated the website. That's what they need to start doing. They got the overview trailer and whatnot. I wonder if the wiki probably changed stuff. There you go. See, now it says June 5th. Still no price, though. More than likely, they'll incorporate an OLED version in the future. We'll just have to wait and see when that comes out. And then there's Mario Kart World. Yeah, they got to the bottom of this shit quick, didn't they? That's pretty cool. But I really wish that there could have been a price tag for it officially, and that there could have been the menu. I would have loved to see the menu. I mean, the fact that we didn't even get to see menu kind of pissed me off. Oh well. And for some reason, this thing, we still haven't even got a proper release date for this. I mean, they didn't even say it was going to be released on day one. More than likely, this could be a holiday release, which I won't mind, just because when games come out, I won't be able to play them right away unless it's like something that I know I can play. So if I decide to do, what do you say, Mario Kart World, I can definitely do that on day one. So that gives us time, though, for Metroid Prime 4. But as I said, chat, I will say it once more again. If you want to get a Switch 2 because you're excited for Mario Kart, or you want to have the new system, or you have to have the new system, go ahead and get it. But for the general public, if you're not a big fan of Mario Kart, or if you really don't give a shit about anything else, I mean, hell, even like, yeah, I know it would be cool to like have, Switch 2 versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm pretty sure most of you people already played those games so many times, you're probably tired of it, so you're just like, nah, I'm not going to do that, you know what I mean? Well, me, personally, I haven't even went that far into Tears of the Kingdom, so I'll definitely play a new game on that one, but I haven't played, Breath of the Wild in a long time, and whenever the time comes when the Switch 2 comes out, I'll get the Switch 2 version of those games and live stream those, but like I said, just wait. There's no rush to get this system right away. I mean, we still have more things that we have to hear. There was a shit ton of games announced, and I thought that was cool, but, it's kind of like, You know what I'm saying? It sucks to have this kind of feeling that you were like, oh, now I have to have it day one. I'm so excited. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for Mario Kart World. I'm going to play the shit out of that game on day one. I'm going to get it. But it's almost like my mind's telling me, do you really want to get it right away? Because what are the odds of you actually going to play that Mario Kart game? Because now, whenever that game comes out, now you have to make room for that game when you're live streaming. If it's not interfering with the other game that you're already live streaming there. By the way, I still have to finish Crash and Crash Team Racing and then figure out the next game I'm going to play, which was Metroid, by the way. But yeah, oh well. I mean, I could dream, though, chat. We just have to wait. But from what I saw, though, today and what we both saw overall, it's still cool. Codename Ounce. What the hell? Ounce. That's funny. But I guess it is what it is. Alrighty, chat. Well, I don't want to sit here and waste some more time repeating the same thing. Let's wrap this up. Let's go to the dimensions. Well, chat. What do you know? What a turn of events. I mean, it was an event. I was pretty excited to see all this stuff. But it's just sometimes Nintendo just don't get those things right away, you know what I mean? You see the thing that you were excited for, and then all that other stuff, and then it just goes from there. There's not even anything on the retail system, too. Nintendo actually has something called Register Your Interest to Buy from the My Nintendo Store for a Switch 2. What the shit is this kind of stuff? Can't even actually get a pre-order or any of this shit. This is stupid. And the accessories too. Hang on, chat. Let me go back here real quickly. Take a look at this shit. I actually found more things. Here's the Nintendo Switch 2 accessories right here. You got the camera. Oh, look, they have a little bag. There you go. Right there. It covers the dock and the system itself, along with the controllers and the Pro Controller. You got the little wheels. Okay, it's got the color around it. It looks cool. Look how much the controller costs. You guys ready for this shit? Look. $80 fucking dollars, chat. That's literally more than the fucking DualSense. The DualSense is what, 75 or about the same? I don't know. That's crazy. I think this one right here at the stores, they still sell for $69. Yeah, these little bastards are expensive, but the battery life on these things are badass though. But the fact that the Switch 2 Pro Controller is $80, that's insane. I mean, at least it has a charging cable Type-C, but god damn. That's expensive. And then look at the Joy-Cons too. God, oh my. I think the Joy-Con 1, that's what we have to call them now. They're $80 for both of these. Now these dude, that's almost a quarter of a system. What the hell? $90 plus? It's essentially with tax, $100 fucking dollars for these controllers. I mean, that is insane. Charging grip is $34.99. I never use these things. I think these things were stupid. Because they're so close like this. How the hell can you play like this? You'd be playing like this the whole time. You need space. Like this. I feel like I was always playing it like this. I never really liked those things. I always played it separately, or I've always just used this. I never used the Joy-Cons unless it was a Joy-Con exclusive game. Whenever I'm playing it in TV mode, I've always just used the Pro Controller. And then wait, the straps don't. Are you fucking serious? No, they better include some straps whenever you get the system for the damn controllers. If not, that's bullshit. But the fact that you gotta buy this shit separately is bullshit. Those straps should be included with this. That makes no sense. They should. Wait a minute. No, they have them. Never mind. My bad. I guess these straps are here like if you lose one, but you shouldn't. But they're there. Oh, wait, a set of two for okay, now that's a deal. Two of them for $19.99. That's not bad. It's $10 a piece. That is a honestly good deal. I thought it was gonna be one a piece. I'm like, what the hell? But no, that's not bad. And then the camera, $50. God damn. I want to know what the specs are though for this shit. You know it is. Here's the dock set. You get a Type-C charger, you get a brick, and you get this. Well, I mean, this has an actual air cooler in it, so you know for what it is, makes sense. But still comes with it. It's cool. You got a carrying case and a screen protector. Oh, that's cool. It's got the different colors of that stuff. That's cool, I guess. Here's an all-in-one carrying case. Naturally, you want to get something like this if you're just trying to take it in a handheld. You know, all leather, $34.99. That's not bad. I'll probably wait, though, to get a custom one because I do like to get those ones. Even though they cost a little bit more, they're much better. And here's the all-in-one case. Probably get custom one, too. But the fact that they chose the leather is pretty cool because the Switch one had like a mat to it. AC adapter with the cable and a brick for $30. It's not bad. Here's your micro SD express card. Well, I would like to see the Switch 2's components to see if there is a limit to this shit. Because I want to see if there is... Let's see here. Let's check out the features. I mean, they have the whole thing here. Here's your games, by the way. How to buy. Let's see. Games here. Here's your upgrade pass. This is what I wanted to see. But here's the two biggest games right here. This comes out on the 17th. More than likely, they're going to have another Mario game by this year or possibly next year. That's for sure. But like I said, for now, you aren't going to get anything other than this game on launch day. So just wait. Here's your upgrade packs. All this stuff, your classic games. Game key cards. As a game key card, insert a game key card to download the full game to your system. You can play the game by starting it like a standard physical. That's what I'm saying right here. This is what I wanted to see, actually. You shitting me? Okay, here we go. All right, chat. Well, here we go. Here's a whole overview. Game cards are different from the regular game cards. They don't contain the full game data. You insert the game card as your key to downloading the full game to your system via the internet. After it's downloaded, you can play the game by inserting the game key card into your system and starting it up like a standard game card. Here's what the game key card packaging looks like. So this is what the packaging will look like, chat, for the Switch 2. It's going to be red and it's going to have that on there. Okay, I can see where they're going with this. Download the game, internet connection is required, and here's your game key card right here. So I'm betting if they're probably going to have the key cards at the stores, so they'll have two versions. What if they have the game key card and then they have the physical copy of the game? The game key card will be much cheaper than getting the physical copy of the game because the data will have to be digitally. But that's the thing. You still have to go buy the key card just so you can play the Switch 2 version. I think it's much smarter to use the Switch 1 key card and just use that for that. But, I mean, I still don't know. There's still questions and shit to ask. Because I really don't know what's the thing is. There's all these things. I have to see it in real time to get the full answer. Because from what I see here, it's still confusing the shit out of me. Okay, features, homes, and all that shit. You go to how to buy. Oh, you could register to buy from your My Nintendo store. So full of shit. I'll probably do that off screen though later. All right, so here's the overview. Blah blah blah. Everything that we just searched for earlier. Game chat. Look, boom, connects. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's about it, really. I mean, I would have loved to seen what the menu looked like. Okay, here we go. Eternal storage. So it already comes with 256. Well, it doesn't say anything else. Well, I mean, half a terabyte ain't too bad. I mean, if the system itself has 256 gigs as opposed to that shitty ass 32 gigs, I could let that slide. You know what I mean? Nintendo games don't take up as much room, but when you have all that third-party shit, that will take up a lot. So, but we'll see. I could definitely get a list here to show of which ones are compatible, like these ones, for instance, and then I can get one, and hopefully Nintendo allows us to put more storage. But you have to real-world test that shit because you won't know. And if it doesn't, then just return that shit. But I'm pretty sure you can get a big one. You don't have to worry about the other shit. And then, of course, we got to get this to buy as well, too. That's about it, chat. I don't think there's anything. I think we've covered pretty much everything that we need to. Here's this one right here. Look. Nintendo Switch 2 launches June 5th at $449, bringing new forms of game commitment. Where the hell did they get this price at? Is something that I missed? A suggested retail price of $449. Where did you get this at? So it comes with the Switch 2, comes with both controllers, the grip, the straps, the dock, an ultra high-speed HDMI cable, along with the AC adapter and the charging. Race into the Switch 2 with the Switch 2 Mario World bundle for the $490. What the shit? So if you get the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart World, that's $500, chat. So the game is $50 essentially? If that's the case, if you're getting it. I thought that these games would be $70, but I don't know. What? How did I miss this? They did not say that at all in the presentation, which is what they should have fucking said in the first place, and they never did. But do you trust Business Wire, chat, though? That's the thing. Because I don't know if I do or not. I don't know where they got this from. Well, I guess I'll do another query search to see if there's a thing. Let's see here. Japanese version, of course. Oh my god. In Spain, Mario Kart World is 80 euros, the digital version, and 90 euros, the physical one. Now I can see Rockstar selling GTA 6 at 100 euros. 90 fucking euros, what in the hell? Oh, wow. Same in US, $80 digital, 88 physical because of taxes. What the shit? What? Oh, yeah, prices are never going down, that's for sure. People already getting the prices for the consoles and shit. Okay, here we go. Well, this is IGN. Nintendo confirmed the Nintendo Switch 2 price, $449. Where did I miss this at, chat? I don't know where I missed this at. That's insane. I don't know. I watched the whole thing. The NBC post show. Maybe that's what it was. It's still live right now, so you can't go back. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World on its own costs $79.99. Oh my. What the fuck? I was expecting 70. 80 fucking $8? If you get the bundle, it'll be cheaper. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, this can't be happening, chat. Imagine the new Zelda game is going to be $90, almost $100. Fuck this, chat. Gaming is just getting too fucking expensive, chat. I mean, goddamn. This is some crazy ass shit, chat. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nintendo Switch 2 launch day will be $449. If you want to get the Mario Kart World bundle, which I would highly suggest now that you do, unless you want to get the physical copy, which is $79.99, by the way, you can get the bundle for $499.99. I was expecting $400, but $450, okay, whatever. But still, it's like, really? Why an extra $50? And then now $50 for the game, which makes sense. But you are saving $30 on an $80 game, so I mean, it makes sense. But it's digital. But goddamn, chat, I don't know. I feel like the Switch 2 might be a little bit rough on the edges to start, especially the fact that the first game is Mario Kart World. Well, it's still a badass game from what I see. But fuck, it's expensive though, chat. They better be releasing a shit ton of more content for Mario Kart Tour. That's all I have to say. That game better be loaded with tracks out the ass, and that game better be way bigger than Mario Kart 8. If I find out this game doesn't have more than 100 fucking tracks, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off, because this is expensive. This is an $80 Mario Kart game, chat. This is the most expensive Mario Kart game ever. Even more expensive than getting Double Dash physical copy on eBay with manuals and shit, because they don't sell GameCube games no more. You know, like, what the fuck, chat? $80? God damn. And I even told myself in my mind, chat, I told myself I could save, like, okay, get a good little $600 to get my Switch 2. No. $600 ain't going to do shit. $600 is going to barely cover the fucking system. Don't forget the screen protector. Don't forget the accessories that you got to get. Don't forget the case. The camera now, that you got to get that shit, because that'll be something to try out, be fun. And then if you want to get an extra controller, I honestly don't need another Joy-Con controller. I just need the one that I have here, and then the, because I got two Joy-Cons, by the way. I got one in the system, and then the other one, I don't know where the hell I have them at, because I only have two Switches. I have this Switch, and then I have my OLED Switch. Tears of the Kingdom version, of course. I think I got my Joy-Cons put up somewhere else, but I got two of them. But I'm not going to buy another set of Joy-Cons. I did have them, though, for up to 4 people when they came over and shit during that time, but I don't know. I'll make the decision if I want to buy another Joy-Con someday for when that time comes, but I'm probably not going to. And then I'm definitely going to have to buy that Pro Controller. That's $90 fucking already, or $80. So yeah, chat, if you want to get all this shit day one with your controllers, your games, your cases, and your screen protector, the system itself, and everything else, I say you got to save up close to $1,000. It's like almost $1,000 investment, chat, for the Switch 2 with all this expensive shit. You got to cover the taxes, and like I said, the controllers, the accessories, games. Oh, shit, chat. That's ridiculous. So I hope you have a good $1,000 ready for that shit, because you're going to need that. All right, let's go to the dimensions before I get more pissed off. Well, chat. Crazy, crazy, crazy shit. I don't know how I feel about the Switch 2 shit right now. I was pretty excited to see that Direct. I was pretty pleased with it, but also disappointed with certain things. I mean, I still haven't even found out what the menu looks like. Hopefully we get to see what it looks like whenever they have that little experience thing in the upcoming weeks. As far as that treehouse shit goes, I'll watch that on my own time. I don't see no reason to really live stream that shit and have reactions to it. I really just wanted to cover up the Direct today, watch it with you guys, and discuss certain things. But what I saw today, is kind of okay. I'm like ready for it, but I'm also concerned. The prices are fucking ridiculous. The games themselves are already $80. The system is $450, and then just overall, I'm just concerned about like the other capabilities of the Switch 2. Like they already told us to certain things, but I guess we gotta wait and see how things go. But I've already said a lot of shit I needed to say because I feel like I've had such a long ass discussion. I mean, shit, I made the stream 3 hours, chat, for an hour thing. But like I said, overall, it is what it is. Anyways, chat, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. This was quite a different stream. You know, it's not the traditional gameplay stream that I have that you guys are familiar with on From Entertainment, but I just wanted to have something different, and I really wanted to react to this because it's not every day I get to be able to stream in the morning and be able to stream for you guys, especially whenever a new system comes out like this, for instance. So for what it was cool. You know, it was all right. It still kind of disappointed me with all the Switch 2 shit coming around because this is insane. I mean, god damn, is it insane with all this Switch 2 shit. I mean, I really just wish that there was a lot more to it, but like I said, you gotta save up for it though, Chad, if you really want to get that stuff right away, because this shit is going to be insane. Wait, here's another thing here. Reddit says Nintendo Switch 2 will have paid upgrades for Switch 1 games. A lot of PS4 had free upgrades on the PS5. I bet Nintendo charges like $30 or something for an upgrade. Pretty shitty all around in my opinion, because regardless, it's extremely low effort stuff. Oh, man. Yeah. Fuck. Well, chat, I guess it wasn't free. Now, I mean, this was just Reddit, though. I'm just looking at it right now. Somebody's saying that they are paid upgrades. Some people are saying $10. Some people are saying $30. I don't know. Oh, shit, chat. I mean, honestly, this might be the end of an era, chat. We may not have any more physical games at this point. Shit is getting expensive. I mean, what the fuck? This is insane. Like, really? I'm concerned now, chat. I mean, I really am concerned about this shit. I was really excited for the Switch 2 shit, but now after that direct and seeing a bunch of things, the Reddits are going crazy. People's forums and everything are talking about the prices of the physical games, the controllers, the accessory, everything that we've seen so far, chat. I'm genuinely getting really concerned about this now. I don't even know if I should even get the Switch 2 day one. I really want it, though, because I want to play Mario Kart World. I want to stream it for you guys, but fuck. Everything is really expensive. And all these damn accessories. I mean, you saw that shit. You know what? Let me well, I really can't do much when it comes to taxes, I guess. I mean, we can just say $100 or whatever overall for taxes. So, let's do this real quickly. And we'll do the cheap approach. We won't do the approach to buy the game and the thing separately, because I think now it's stupid to get Mario Kart World separately from that because you want to have the physical. People know they want the physical copy of the game, and these bastards have the nerve to charge $80 and almost $90 for a physical copy of the game. That's bullshit. But here we go. So let's do $499.99 for your Switch 2, right? Plus Mario Kart World. So you got the Switch 2 and you got that. You want to get that Switch 2 Pro Controller, right? Well, that's $79.99. Right now, you're sitting at $579.98. All right. You don't need to worry about your Joy-Cons or charger grips because the systems comes with it, so that's a good thing. But now you want to get the Joy-Con 2 wheels, so it's like $19.99 a piece, or for a set of 2, which isn't bad. But right now, chat, before taxes, we are already sitting at $599.97. And then you want to get that camera. All right, cool. You want to get the camera. $649.96. You don't need to get a dock set. Okay, well, here's this. You get a carrying case and screen protector. That's cool. That's 2 for 1. That's not a bad deal. I'll probably get this because it's bundled with the case and a screen protector. But then eventually I want to get a custom case like the one I have for the Zelda one on my old Switch one. And then not only that, you're also going to want to have to buy the all-in-one carrying case in case you're trying to take that shit to go. So I know you're definitely want to get that. And you're sitting at 764.94. Oh, and you also have to buy the micro SD Express card as well too. Let me see. How much does this shit normally cost? There's no price on this shit. Let's see here. Micro SD Express cards are faster at reading and writing data compared to the micro SD. Yeah, make sure that you get the Express cards because the Switch 2 won't allow you to have it. So if you got the other ones, you're fucked. Available for purchase at the My Nintendo store. Okay, I'm at the My Nintendo store now, chat. The fact that you gotta register your interest to buy this shit is such bullshit, chat. Like, what the fuck is Nintendo at this point now? You know, with all this bullshit that they got going on. I have to register my interest in order for me to maybe get the opportunity to buy this shit. I'm gonna check out the hardware that they have. This has a whole list of hardware. They're sold out on the Zelda version of the Switch Lite. I wouldn't buy shit like that. Or even the Alarmo. $99 for an alarm clock? You got me fucked up, dude. Seriously. Okay, here is the XC. $17.99 for 128 gigs. $54.99 for 512. Okay, but that's Switch 1 though. Oh, and I know for sure you're going to want to get that GameCube controller. Let's see, the 64 controller is like $49.99. I'm not sure how much the GameCube one costs. Let's just say that one costs a good $49.99. You're already at $814.93. Okay, so you got one of those GameCube controllers with you as well too because you want to play your GameCube games when you're doing this, all right? I'm not going to include amiibos as well. It's not like something you have to get day one and whatnot. There's the Pora pad for your Switch 1. Wish you can get that for the Switch 2 because I would get that one because it's Zelda. Let's see here. Micro SD XC. Okay, so the micro Express chat. Let's see here. On the website here. Well, these ones are micro SD XC, but they're not Expresses though. Here we go. Let's try this out. They have a 1 terabyte version for $129, but this isn't the Express version. I'm going to go online and I'm going to find me a micro SD Express card. And let's do 1 terabyte. Let's see how much the price is on this shit. Wait, nah. What the fuck? Give me 1 sec, chat. I'm gonna show you this here real quickly. Because there's not an official price tag on these things though. Because they're only showing the other ones. I mean, I'm looking at this according to SanDisk's website itself. Let's see, the only thing I'm getting from SanDisk official website, SanDisk has a 256 gig XC Express, and it costs $59.99. Somebody was saying on Reddit, which is probably false, that the XC Express is going to be $900 for a terabyte one. I don't believe that, but that's what pisses me off is that this micro SD Express for the Switch 2 doesn't have a price tag. Like, come on now. There's no price for this shit. Let's see. Let's see if I can try to find it here. Price. Well, I mean, I guess that might be the case. But I guess since we haven't really seen any confirmation for the 1 terabyte one, let's just go with the 256 one. So that's going to be $59.99. God damn it. For some reason, I don't know why I did that. God damn it, dude. It really fucked it up. Let's see. I added 59 cents by mistake. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to subtract 59 cents. Okay, so right now, I'm at $874.92. Okay, chat. Woo, holy shit. So, with all the shit that we've gotten here so far, you got your controllers. You know, you got your Pro controller. You got your little wheels. You got your GameCube controller. You got your camera. You got your screen protector along with the case. Then you got the big one. And then you have the, if you wanted to buy that AC adapter, you can. I don't really think you need an AC adapter. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's add that because you might need an AC adapter. Now you're sitting at $904.91, along with your micro SD Express card, which is 256 gigs, by the way. Hey, what's up, Tatal? How you doing? Good morning, man. Yeah, I've been up since 6 o'clock, but I've been streaming since 7:30. I had a whole reaction. You could watch this whole video, by the way. There's a lot of shit that I was talking about, but I'm talking about the prices on how much the Switch 2 shit's going to be. So, chat. Before taxes, the Switch 2 bundled with Mario Kart World and all this other shit that I just explained earlier, you're going to be sitting at $904.91. This is before taxes. You could have missed the Switch 2 Direct, huh? Yeah, well, seeing it live was all right, though, but like I said, I said what I needed to say, but the full stream will still be up, though, in the VODs. You can see my reactions to it and shit, but it was insane. But yeah, chat. So, and then account for the taxes. Let's say that's like, what, a good $60 to $100 in taxes. So what I just said, chat, with all the shit that you want to buy, and this is only one fucking game, by the way. This isn't counting Metroid Prime 4 that's coming out later. This isn't counting Donkey Kong Bonanza that's coming out later in a couple months and shit. And this isn't counting the Switch 2 upgrades that you have to consider if you want to play your Switch 1 game on Switch 2 and have the full capacity of the Switch 2 shit. You're going to be looking at spending $964.91. And don't forget about the other things that I just said too. So I told you, chat, around $1,000 is what you're going to need just to get ready to be gaming on the Switch 2. That's some bullshit, chat. $1,000 just to be ready to pay for the Switch 2? Half of it's going to the fucking system in the game. And then, like I said, accessories that you need so you can have more room. And then, of course, things to protect your, system so it doesn't get scratched up. And if you want to buy a skin for it so you could wrap it up with some awesome skins because they had that for the Switch 1. So that way your Switch 2 doesn't look so damn boring. That's expensive, chat. I mean, god damn. So, you better be working all that extra overtime, chat, if you want to be getting Switch 2 shit, because of the accessories and all this shit is going to cost you $1,000. God damn. Yes, Chatal, that is absurd. That's bullshit. Oh, and some more fucked up shit, too, is, like I said, the prices of the games. What gave Nintendo the idea to charge games now $80 fucking dollars? Chatal says, might as well get a PC at that point. Exactly, bro. Like, come on now. But that's the thing. Nintendo's smart. They're never going to release their games on PC. You have to buy their shit in order for you to play their games. And you're going to buy it because you want to play their games. Their games are awesome. But it's fucking bullshit with the prices that you have to pay to get this. It's like, bro, this is absurd. And it's only one game, like I said. Mario Kart World looks so much fucking fun, chat, but for the price, it's like, god damn, like, what the hell happened? But you're gonna have to. At least the online functionality looks great. Yes, Chatal, you heard me right. $80 for a game. He said, oh, hell no. You want to see it? Let me show you right now. Let's go back. I know I was gonna end it, chat, but I mean, I can't get over this shit. Let's see here. We're gonna go to the shop. I'm going to go to games real quickly. I'm not sure if it's going to have the new ones, but let's see here. Coming soon. Coming soon. Let's go here. Coming soon. Okay, these guys ain't gonna have the balls to have Switch 2 shit. You see, on the official website, they're not gonna have the Switch 2 shit just yet. Let's see, learn more. But yeah, this shit right here, god damn. I have to sign in too. The games and the accessories too are hella expensive. Like the controller's $79.99. I mean, shit, it's expensive as a DualSense, by the way. But the games, fuck. Let's see. Switch 2 game prices. According to the sources that we've seen, they are ridiculously a lot of money. Okay, we can go to Insider Gamer. Nintendo Switch 2 games will cost up to $80 for digital and $90 for physical. What the fuck? Even the PS5 has $60 shit and $70 for certain things. $90 physical? What the I understand cartridges are expensive as a motherfucker to produce, more than ultra 4K Blu-ray disc and shit. Because digital is fast just like that. So obviously cartridges get the job done. But I mean, Maron, $90 fucking dollars, dude, just to own a physical copy of Mario Kart World. So if you want to get the physical version of Mario Kart World along with the system itself, because remember, the digital and physical version, or no, the physical version is $90, right? And you want to get your system. So you'll be paying over $400 or $550 for the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World when it comes out. If you get the bundle, you only have to pay $500, which isn't bad. You're saving $30 in a sense, but what the fuck, chat? That just goes. GTA 6 is gonna be expensive as fuck. Some people are saying that the game itself, base wise, is gonna be $100. I mean, fuck, chat. Gaming is gonna go a different way in the future, being so expensive. This is the 10th generation start, chat. Nintendo is starting off the 10th generation in a fucking pickle. I mean, excited, especially for that new From Software game, which is called Dustbloods, and my ass was pissed off because it looks so much like Bloodborne, but it's not Bloodborne. This game looks fun. This is cool, but I mean, fuck, chat. This is where we're going to. And by the way, Elden Ring's coming to Switch 2. The fact that these physical games are going to be $90, who the hell is going to buy these games for $90 fucking dollars, chat? I know some people are looking at, oh, Franman will definitely buy it. Bro, I mean, I barely buy physical shit. Hell, I didn't even buy Astrobot physical. But you want to buy these games physically because you want to own them for your collection. But fuck, they're expensive. And I mean, they're fucking hella expensive. I haven't really said the F-bomb a lot, chat, but this shit really pissed me off. I mean, I can't get over these prices, chat. I'm sorry. They're just so much. And don't even get me started with the OLED. The OLED system is going to be $500 or maybe $550, an extra $100 fucking dollars. That's insane. All right, I think I ranted long enough, chat. Like I said, the games look badass. The games look really fun. The games look like you're going to have hours of fun. Imagine Smash Brothers on Switch 2 if they decide to make another Smash Brothers game. That game itself will probably cost $100. How much you want to bet? This is just a start, chat. This is not a good start. $90, chat. $90 fucking dollars. And then $80 digital. Nobody wants to buy physical shit. Hell, I was like going crazy when I found out that Tears of the Kingdom cost $70. I'm like, damn, $70, bro? Why? But, you know, it is what it is. It's a big-ass game, so whatever. But, I mean, fuck, dude. Look at this shit, chat. This is ridiculous. Gaming itself is really going to be expensive, chat, in the future. The prices are just going to keep going up and up and up. So yeah, chat, like I said, I was right. You need to have either exactly $964.91. This is just $50 of taxes added to it, you know, because I really can't give you a true price. But like I said, chat, if you want to get that Switch 2 day one, along with all the other shit that you want, you're gonna have to save up $1,000. $1,000 damn dollars, chat, if you want to get that Switch 2 right away. And I want it so bad. It's coming soon. And I want to play Mario Kart World because I love Mario Kart, and the fact that Mario Kart World looks a lot of fun. I'm scared, chat, that gaming is going to be to a point where it's going to be a privilege, where the only way you're going to be able to play it is if you have the money for it, because this shit is expensive, chat. I mean, fuck. Hell of expensive. I mean, this game comes out soon too, while you've already spent fucking $1,000 on your Switch plus Mario Kart World. Then you have to pay that little bullshit ass fee to get the Switch 2 versions of Zelda 1, Zelda 2, well, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and certain other games that are going to be having a Switch 2 exclusive and shit. And then, of course, the new Donkey Kong game, which looks fun, by the way, but it's like, damn, that's expensive. And then this game looks fun, too. I definitely want to get this. I want to buy the Switch 2 version. I'm not going to buy the Switch 1 version. I'm going to wait. Then there's this, and then there's that new From Software game, the Dust Bloods, that looks really fun. But that don't come out till next year, along with that Tomodachi game. My estimated guess is that Tomodachi game might come out in the summer of next year, which kind of sucks. You know, we have to wait a whole year just to get that game. But they do it justice, though. I will be excited to watch a whole Nintendo Direct for that game. There's a Switch 2 version for this one, and plus other ones as well. So, yeah, I'm excited to see the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream game come out, though, for the Switch 2 next year. But, I mean, shit. If these games are going to be $80, chat, they need to make sure that there's a shit ton of content, and they better release free DLC, because this is ridiculous. That is a lot, chat. That is a fuck ton of money for games. I know these games are going to be bigger, especially Mario Kart World literally has you go around a world. You could free roam and drive the shit, which, like, I mean, I've seen it in Crash Team Racing, Diddy Kong Racing, but it was more of a hub world, you know, a own zone. This is going to be a whole world itself. So this is cool still, but I mean, look at this. This looks fucking fun. A whole world you get to drive on, new tracks and whatnot, old tracks come back, new power-ups, and a big-ass cast of characters. They still haven't even unveiled all the cast, but they unveiled all the characters that we want to see, though, at least. And the artwork looks badass, but oh my god. The prices, though, chat. The prices, they're killing me. Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, this time to the dimensions for real, so let's end this. Sorry that I have to go and rant on again. It seems like a lot of things that when I see it, I just go crazy for this shit, and I'm just like, bro, this shit is ridiculous. This shit, oh, the prices, man, and everything else. This shit is gonna go crazy. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing this shit. But anywho's, chat, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for coming out to watch me react to the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct here on Frame Entertainment. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share down below, and subscribe to Frame Entertainment if you haven't. If you're viewing on Twitch, please give me a follow. Appreciate that very much. We didn't hit our goals, but it's okay. I want to just have some fun and react and discuss to you guys about the future of Nintendo, gaming in general, and the Nintendo Switch Direct. Woo! It's a lot of shit. And, like, I don't even know of what's going to happen if I'm going to get that shit right away. But, you know, I might, because you know me. Oh, you want to play Mario Kart? I definitely do want to play Mario Kart, man. It looks badass. But this shit is expensive. And I mean, hell of expensive, chat. But you know what it is. Aside from that, though, that'll be the end. Before I say goodbye for real, though. So what's next, chat? What am I planning on doing next for Frame Entertainment? Well, since I did my first little direct here, and it's 10:49. I am a little tired. I might take a little nap, but I did want to make this little announcement here, chat. We just finished GTA 3 a couple days ago. It was Monday, right? Today's Wednesday, correct? Yeah, I did it Monday night. I finished the game Monday night. However, what's next on gaming? I mentioned that I wanted to stream Metroid, but I also need to finish Crash Team Racing. I'm very hyped up for Metroid Prime 4, so I definitely want to get into the Metroid series. And I know there's a couple of my buddies that want to see me play Metroid, so I figured I'd do them a favor and stream them that game. Now, I still have to take care of a couple of things, so what I'm going to do is end the stream, take a break, and eat, and do some more packing while I'm at it. My girlfriend goes to work at 4 o'clock, so I want to be able to spend time with her this morning. Even though she's asleep, I still want to spend time with her as much as I can. If I have all these things taken care of right now, because I'll still be awake in the process, and I might take a little nap, I want to plan on doing a live stream while she's at work, so that way I can use it to my benefit. More than likely, I'm going to be live streaming today, but I'll keep you guys updated, though, for sure. Just watch out on my Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget, the links are down below in the description on this stream. Check those out as well, too. More than likely, I'll probably be streaming Crash Team Racing because I want to finish that game so we can get it out of the way. I don't want to keep games on the loop because I still have to finish Astrobot and finish those DLCs that came out. But to be honest with you, that's not much of my concern. It's only like maybe an hour of content, and it's really nothing new. But as far as Crash, it's been almost a month since I've been on that game, and I haven't got the last 2 relics, and I haven't finished unlocking everything. So for today, I'll keep you guys up to date, though, on when it's happening and when the time's coming. But more than likely, I will be live streaming Crash Team Racing today. And when that happens, that'll be the end of Crash. And then we'll definitely hit up Metroid from there. And then there will become a time chat where I'll have to stop streaming for the time being because I have to pack this shit and I have to get it all together. And it's going to be a pain in the ass. And I have to maintenance that computer and clean it up so when I go to the new place, it's ready to go. It has fresh coolant. I can get everything set up, and I can start getting the content made ready again. But after Crash Team Racing, like I said, Metroid for the NES, we'll play it on my Switch here on the online app, and then we'll start streaming some Metroid for the time being until it's time for me to pack everything. I want to try to do my best I can to also get some clips uploaded onto my Shorts channel as well, so that way you guys can see some funny clips from the last streams and the stream that happened today, just to get some things out there, and then have a whole compilation as well, edited together for you guys on Franman Entertainment, so you guys can enjoy seeing the best moments here that we had done so far since we've been streaming back on Franman Entertainment in October, starting with Mario Eclipse and whatnot. But that will all come later on, chat. Just give me some time to get things situated with my RWO stuff by packing, and of course getting ready for the next stream tonight, and then going from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this morning stream, but that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay fantastic and feed the good wolf. I will see you guys later, hopefully. If things will change, I will let you know. But for the time being, have a good day, and take care, everybody.